So, sorry about that picnic just now. OBS crashed, as it always something sometimes goes wrong. We're back up though, so we're going to sideboarding right now because I believe Shane lost that game. Uh, so I guess we could take a look at the deck list. Which one do you want to take a look at first?
Let's look at the Pestilence list first.
It's probably the most interesting, for sure.
Yeah, the other one is just a combo deck, and it's hoping that you don't interact with it, and it tries to prevent interaction. So
Yeah.
it's typically more interesting to see what kinds of interaction are available. So
Shane's
he's got a lot of stuff. Yeah, so this is what we were talking about a little bit in the pregame. There's a lot of things that are interesting here. He's got the Duresses that could come in. Circle of Protection Red is definitely coming in. Doomblade, Journey to Nowhere, definitely in. Standard Bearer I like in this matchup. It's not amazing, but Teamer Battle Rage is a big deal a lot of the time, and
I think I like the Castigate.
Yeah, it's obviously a little slow, but it's definitely a good card.
Yeah, the fact that it takes a creature is what's eyeing me on it.
Yep, you can take their Cyclops before they can play it. As far as stuff to come out, a lot of the life gain stuff doesn't matter. These Arishan Clerics don't matter. Wall of Hope, not great. Even Rift Watcher, not great. Dimir Houseguard is pretty slow.
I mean, if you're going to die in this matchup from Izzet Blitz, you're going to die when they deal you like 30 or 40 points of damage. They're not going to try to chip away at you.
Yeah, and we didn't see what Kung Fu Trees drew there, but if he drew a spell, especially like any blue spell, he probably would have done like 60 damage that turn. So, I mean, he did just barely enough. Like he did 19 out of the 17 that Shane had left, but that was with just the two spells. So if he found two blue spells to chain together, it would have been crazy. So let's take a look at the other sideboard, if we can. So the big thing you want to look at here is if he has any Flaring Pains, because that's how he's going to get through the Prismatic Strands and through the Circle of Protection.
He has one Flaring Pain, which one is technically all you need since one does count as two. When you get right down to it because of the flashback cost. He's got two Stormbound guys that are probably coming in, unless he just... I guess they don't actually have to because the Delvers take care of Chainer's Edict. The Dispels could come in. Well, I don't know if you need the extra Timber Battle Rage.
Maybe I don't know. There's a lot of creatures that are blocking, so maybe you want that. Hard to say what you're taking out. I don't really know how he likes to play this matchup, so you can either kind of go for this grindy plan with the Deep Analysis and the Stormbound Geist, or you can go for the aggressive plan with like the Delver of Secrets and stuff and the Thermal Alchemist. So
yeah, you can bring in the Dispels or the Flaring Pain and just try to be as balls to the wall as you possibly can. It looks like they're already underway.
Yep.
Well, so, they didn't know OBS crashed, so we didn't tell them to stop.
I told them to stop. No worries.
Oh, did you? My bad.
Yep. So I told them that they can go ahead, so they should be starting this next game. All right. So Shane has got a much better hand this time. He's got some pieces of removal. He's got mana that comes into play untapped. But Kung Fu Trees also has his best card in Flaring Pain. So we'll see how it lines up.
Kung Fu Trees, his hand's good, but doesn't necessarily mean his hand's going to become great.
Yeah, for sure. It's really hard to tell how good someone's hand is when they're sitting on a couple ponders. I mean, this hand could be 5 lands and a Nivik Cyclops, or it could be like a bunch of great spells all in a row. So it's really hard to tell.
Ponder probably one of the more powerful cards in Pauper, alongside Preordain, of course.
Well, it's banned in Modern. It's restricted in Vintage. You can play a full 4 in Pauper, no problem.
Yep. What do you like better, Ponder versus Preordain in certain decks? Or does it just depend on the archetype?
It depends a little on the deck. I like Preordain better in virtually every single deck in Pauper, unless you are a dedicated combo deck. And I think that that's kind of the case in most formats where the flexibility of being able to put cards on the bottom is better than the option to it's better than the option to draw to see an extra card, because going one card deeper is fine and all, but a lot of times you see, like if you need a land, for example, on turn 1 and you keep one land hand and you play your preordain, you see one land and one spell, you keep the land on top, you put the land on the bottom. Well, if you play Ponder, suddenly you're stuck drawing 2 non-lands, or you have to shuffle randomly and hope you hit your lands. Like, it's just not a great situation.
I definitely agree with that. Oh, it looks like he did bring in the Stormbound Geist, and Shane used
the
Chainer's
answer.
Edict number 1 on Delver. Drew another one, but he has the perfect answer in Journey to Nowhere. I believe that's a 1-of out of the sideboard. Does he main deck any of them?
No, he doesn't main deck. No, he doesn't. He just has the Pestilences for enchantments. So it looks like he decided not to play the Core Skyfisher. That's an iffy call. It's not great for card advantage or your tempo to just play the Core Skyfisher out. But at the same time, he's not really in a position where he's going to get value off of it anytime soon, as far as we know. So I might have run it out there just to get a clock on, but I
think saving it for
tough.
Raven Inspectors are probably better.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I mean, he's only really does he have 3 Thraben Inspectors?
I think so.
Really, it's kind of one of the only ways you can get value out of it in the deck, because I assume the Rift Watchers and the Clerics and stuff came out.
He does not play. It's like I'm thinking of Prophetic Prism. So unlike Cold Oath of Boros, he's not going to get any value off of that. Yeah, if anything, Prophetic Prism might not even be bad in a deck like this. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. So looks like he's going with the Doomblade here. So this will pay off if Kung Fu Trees draws an Apostle's Blessing or something, and then plays this Kiln Fiend next turn. But he's going to get punished now if Kung Fu Trees draws a Stormbound Geist.
That's a pretty good draw, Standard Bearer, to draw right now, but I'm not sure how quickly Shane's going to want to run it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's probably going to want to play it, but I don't know. I kind of like it just to get a clock. Like, it's one more. Yeah. This is 7 turns instead of 11.
That is very true.
So, Faithless Looting is a really good draw. He's got a couple pretty bad cards in his hand. It's hard to say if he's going to discard both lands or if he's going to discard the Flaring Pain. I'd probably discard both lands.
Yeah, I think you just want to keep both Flaring Pains for good reason. Probably save the Gitaxian Probe, I would assume.
Yeah, it's tough. If you play the Gitaxian Probe now, you can see what kind of removal and what kind of hate cards he's playing against. He knows 2 of Shane's cards are those lands that he picked up last turn, but there's still 2 mystery cards over there.
Wow, Gush, Timber Battle Rage, and Thermal Alchemist. 3 very good cards, especially the Alchemist, because now it's a second creature that you can sacrifice to the Chainer's Edict. Of course, the problem here, no answer to Standard Bearer, so Timber Battle Rage not going to actually work.
Yeah, I don't think you could really ask for too much better of a Ponder there, though. I imagine he's going to run out the Alchemist here.
I think he run out the Kiln Fiend.
Maybe run out the Kiln Fiend because... So, looking at... If he knew Shane's hand, he would play this Alchemist for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because you want to induce this Edict out of him.
Oh, that's a good card as well. Prismatic Strands. That's 2 fogs for Shane.
Yep. Well, sort of. There's Flaring Pain on the other side.
That's very true.
Yeah, Flaring Pain on the other side is going to put a wrench in that plan. So this is going to be a close one. It really depends what Shane draws, because Kung Fu Trees is going to have lethal a turn before Shane can flashback that Chainer's Edict.
Well, the big thing is Shane has
he's got to answer the Standard
Bearer.
Yep.
Yeah. How many bolts does this deck play? Let's see. I believe he plays 3 bolts. He does. He plays 3 Lightning Bolt and 1 Gut Shot and 1 Electricity that he has out of the board. But so far, only 3 Lightning Bolts that we know of are the only answers, but plenty of cantrips to go find it.
Yep. It also depends. Like if Shane can't really attack this turn If yeah, I mean he's not gonna be able to attack here if he wants.
Duress is very good
Duress.
because that's going to shut off one part of the flaring pain.
Yeah, you can either take the flaring pain or you can
Take the
just
probe,
take
I
the
guess.
team or battle rage, or you can take any of these. I probably would not take the pain because I think the pain gets cast one time and the game's over. I don't. Wow.
I don't think so because I think what Shane's worried about is he can grind out Kung Fu can grind out Shane's life total with Thermo Alchemist, and then the problem is if you have a flaring pain that counters prismatic strands, a big kiln fiend when Shane's at like 10 or 9 is going to be trouble.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how I feel about this attack either. Like,
I'm not
if
a fan
there's
of it at
a
all.
if there's a removal spell this turn, he's dead. Like he's just dead to removal spell this turn, and I'm not sure that that had to be the case.
Is he dead? I guess he would be close to dead. See, the thing is that what Mike is alluding to is the longer the game goes, the more it's going to favor Shane because the more removal, the more card advantage Shane's going to accumulate.
Yeah, and like at some point he's going to be able to play this prismatic strands on a turn, and then the next turn he's going to be able to edict. He's going to flashback these edicts. He's got 2 Chainer's edicts in the graveyard.
Yeah.
And Kung Fu Trees really wants to end this game before he can cast those.
But there is one problem. If Kung Fu Trees can bait out the prismatic strands once, that's it. Flaring Pain counters the other one. Shane's not going to have that option anymore.
Yeah, the issue is with this attack from the core Skyfisher is now that he has to chump block with his standard bearer or he's going to die.
Well, he doesn't die because the Timber Battle Rage can't target the Kiln Fiend.
Well, he doesn't, like, if this probe had hit something, or if this Kiln Fiend, like if his draw step or his Kiln Fiend, like he could easily be dead here.
He could easily be dead, but like he just took
didn't draw
4
well
damage.
Enough.
He just took 4 damage. He didn't actually need to.
Yeah. So it turned out well for him. It's just a little risky for my taste.
It's a good. Well, it's decent. I mean, he could easily lose it to the.
Oh yeah, he'll lose it.
Whatever the hell the name of that blue card.
Yeah, the Spellfist, elusive
There you
Spellfist.
Unblockability showing its worth.
Yep.
Prismatic Strands could prevent that, but then again, he'll eventually just lose it again.
Yeah, I really like using the Prismatic Strands this turn, basically no matter what happens. So, to get it into the graveyard, because next turn he's going to want to, I think he's going to want to flashback a Chainer's Edict.
Oh, there's the big card of the day. If he can land that and actually use it to his advantage, Shane's going to be quite far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Ponder's a good start, though.
It is. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if Kung Fu Trees could win this turn either.
No, because
there's so many things that can happen.
If he draws like Gush into Mountain Lightning Bolt, the game's over, right? Because you just bolt the standard bearer. You have enough mana to flash back the Flaring Pain and use Timber Battle Rage.
Yep.
So the game would actually be over if he gets Gush, Red Land, and Lightning Bolt. Well, he got one of them. I think that's a Preordain.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to take the Preordain. He's not going to shuffle. He's going to take the Preordain, and he's going to bottom both of the other 2.
Yeah.
And then draw a card. So he's giving up on that option of getting a perfect draw this turn of Mountain. Well, yeah, he's still. I don't think he wants this Mountain. Basically, looks like he's going to
shuffling
shuffle.
them all. Yeah. Probe is very good. Now, there is another big problem here. Like I said, that Thermal Alchemist is chipping away very quickly.
Yeah, and that would be my concern here. Like this Thermal Alchemist plus Elusive Spellfist might just be enough to win this turn.
For sure. And it looks like Kung Fu.
Looks like he's realizing that Standard Bearer turns off his Teamer Battle Rage, so.
Or he's bluffing something that we're not aware of. He's going to take 2 for the Cataxian Probe.
Yep, I like this play.
His life total doesn't really matter in this matchup. What matters is having enough mana to cast all of your spells.
Yep. So we're kind of seeing why I didn't like the main reason. So the reason I was saying before that I don't like discarding the Flaring Pain is that it makes it one cheaper. Like Flaring Pain only costs 1 mana now instead
That's
of
true.
2.
That is true.
And you very rarely need to cast both halves of it. That said, he would just discard it to this Flaring Pain here anyway, or to this Faithless Looting anyways this turn, I would guess. So I guess that's not a big deal. Drawing lots of creatures.
Lots of creatures really isn't that bad though, because one unblocked creature plus the Spellfist is going to be mean the game.
Yep. Is he discarding the Temur Battle Rage? It kind of looked like he was hovering over it with his mouse.
Very well,
that would make me think that he has basically 0 ways to kill this Standard Bearer in his deck.
You think he sideboarded out the Lightning Bolts? Well, he didn't discard it, so.
Okay. Change his mind about that.
Well, he definitely attacked with the Spellfist this turn. I don't know if he's going to attack with anything else. Now, the problem here is Shane is losing the Monarch card, and Shane can't actually get it back easily. For Shane to get it back, he has to lose the Standard Bearer.
Well, you can attack with the Skyfisher as flying.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
But he should. I think you should play the Prismatic Strands here.
I think I would.
Yep.
Yeah.
He gets to keep the Monarch for another turn. It gets it into the graveyard, which is where it's much better anyway. You don't really want it in your hand that much. It's 3 mana is too much to hold up all the time. It's just too expensive.
He needs to be able to untap with that Pestilence, and then that's a good one. That's decent at least.
Yeah. So if he doesn't die this turn, this Pestilence should be able to clean up these other creatures.
He's at least 8, right? Because he's going to go to 10, and then Temur Battle Rage at the very least could represent a shock.
Yep. So it's going to be close.
That's a good one.
He left the Wall of Hopes in, so we'll have a nice option next turn. Yeah, so Kung Fu Trees drew a little too poorly here at the end. He drew too many creatures, and I think that's gonna spell the end of the game for Kung Fu Trees. I'm not really sure though.
Feels okay, blown away, I guess.
He's got the Flaring Pain he's gonna play. I haven't counted this. I assume it's not lethal or anything.
Why use the Flaring Pain now? Because Shane can just block.
He can.
I don't quite understand that play.
So this puts Shane to 2, so he can't Pestilence the creatures away.
Well, he can. Well, Kung Fu doesn't know, but he can actually with the Wall of Hope.
Right.
But yeah, so Kung Fu putting him to 2 is actually a good play.
Yeah, this is actually a really nice play. It's not going to work out for him, but it's a really nice play.
I didn't do the math. I didn't know that he could actually get him down that low.
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Well, he's going to take...
Because he just cast the Temur Battle Rage here. So he puts him to 8. Oh, maybe I miscounted. Is he going to go to...
I think he goes to 4, doesn't he?
Yeah. I was giving him credit for 1 more prowess.
Because Temur Battle Rage gets him to 7, and then that's another... I think he takes 3 from the dude.
Yep.
Okay. So Shane's going to go to 4 here.
I would have attacked with the Kiln Fiend here.
Well, then you just trade with the Core Skyfisher, though.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean,
actually, you probably trade with the Palace Sentinels. I think Core Skyfisher having flying is more worth it.
Well, I think you would trade with the Core Skyfisher because the Palace Sentinels are going to be alive after this Pestilence, whereas everything else is going to die because it's going to have to be for 3.
Oh, right, he has to do it for 3. You're right. My apologies.
Yeah, so this puts him to 1.
There's another brick. Another Core Skyfisher's not terrible.
So how tight is Shane going to play?
He's going to attack first and make the correct play, which is, thank God.
So he should activate Pestilence 1 time and then play his Wall of Hope.
Yes.
And then he should do it 2 more times.
That's the way the Wall of Hope
Don't do it, Shane. Don't do it, Shane.
I think he's doing it the way that you want him to.
He's got it.
Yeah, I did notice that.
The line.
So Shane's then going to play the Wall of Hope. He's going to Pestilence twice. Kung Fu's going to lose his whole board, and Shane's going to lose his core Skyfisher, but Shane's in decent position now. I would never count Kung Fu Trees out, both because Kung Fu Trees and because this is a Blitz deck can just win out of nowhere.
This is super tight play. He's going to save his core Skyfisher, too.
Yeah. But the problem is, without Flaring Pain and 3 Prismatic Strands activations, I don't see Kung Fu realistically winning this game.
This game's over, yeah. If he draws a Teamer, even Teamer, no, none of that stuff matters. Teamer Battle Rage doesn't do it. None of that stuff does it.
No. He needs to draw like Bolt, and then hope that Shane messes up, which, to be fair, I don't know if that's really something that you can't hope for.
He could gush into double Bolt here.
And then try.
Yeah, no, he's got the Prismatic Strands in the graveyard, so Bolt doesn't kill him this turn.
Oh, sure, you're right.
So double Bolt for free. Does win. He needs double Bolt here.
No.
That's not going to happen off of Preordain here.
No, unfortunately not.
He's not quite dead next turn, but...
Can't quite see what his other card is. We saw Gataxian Probe. Whatever it is, he's bottoming the Probe.
Yeah, so if he plays only one creature, Shane's probably going to Edict it away.
Yeah.
If he plays 2, he'll just hold up Prismatic Strands. He knows that there's no more Flaring Pain since he has access to Kung Fu Tree's deck list, so...
As long as Shane knows what's in the deck list and plays tight and slow, I don't think he can lose this game anymore. I don't think mathematically there's anything that Kung Fu can do. They can Bajuka Bog away all the cards.
Yeah, so that's actually a good reason to take the Flaring Pain earlier, is that at some point you might be able to Bajuka Bog it away.
Yeah.
But Nina drew it too late for that. So I think we're going to get to see a game 3 here.
Yes, Steam Flocker Boss, I realized what I said shortly after I said it.
All right. I like attacking with the Palace Sentinels and Pestilencing twice, but it's not that important of a... I don't think it's that important to do.
I don't think it really matters to kill the Kiln Fiend right now. I would not play the Kami of the False Hope, though. I would just use Pestilence. Okay, it looks like he is going to do that, though. So he's going to kill the Kiln Fiend and play the Kami of the False God. I don't know if he'll play the second core Skyfisher, though I imagine he will. He is.
You can... If he hadn't played that Bajuka Bog this turn, he could pick up his Swamp and kill this Cyclops too, but that's not really a good play. But it would have been cool.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a difference, but yeah.
Yeah.
What do you pick up? If you picked up the Swamp anyway? I understand why. Because he wants the land to come into play on tap next turn, but the better play is probably just to pick up like the Bajuka Bog or something. Oh, and he passes, leaving up the Prismatic Strands. I like that play from Shane.
Yep.
Just playing it as safe as possible.
Yep, he's got easy lethal next turn. He knows there's no more Flaring Pains.
Ooh. And Kubera Crossroads is going to shut off bolts, so even that's not going to be a win condition anymore.
Yep.
And another island. Jeez. Well, yeah, Shane's going to take that game. So,
yeah, Kung Fu Tree's kind of... He flooded out a little bit even before this. It was like a creature flood, and then it was a land flood, and it was never a spell flood, which is what he actually wanted.
So, looks like we're up 1 game apiece. If you're wondering what the arrows next to their names are, that is because Zane came up with the great idea of how to show who's up a game, and so that's what the arrows are. So we're going to go back to sideboarding. I don't think sideboarding will change for Shane. I think Shane's sideboarding is pretty straightforward. Bring in the removal, take out a lot of the slower life gain cards and things like the Crypt Rats and whatnot. For Kung Fu Tree's sideboard, I don't know how exactly he's sideboarded, but I have to imagine he's going to just want to be faster as opposed to slower. So we might see him take out the Stormbound Geists. It's very possible.
Yeah, it's hard to say. He doesn't have a ton of stuff to bring in. It's always interesting. Like, I assume he's bringing in the Dispels. There's actually a lot of instants that he cares about. Like, the instants are some of the best spells in Shane's deck.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think a big reason Shane won that game is because he had the one Journey to Nowhere for the Stormbound Geist. Because that would have created a lot more problems.
turned on his definitely turned on his other removal, especially those Chainer's Edicts, and let him attack, and just a lot of things that Stormbound would have mucked up. All right, so here we are. Kung Fu Trees kept an interesting hand here with no blue mana.
Shane's hand is quite good. He left in the Irration Cleric. I'm really not a big fan of it.
Me neither. That would have been one of the first cards I boarded out.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It gains life, but it's a 1/3, and if Kung Fu is attacking with Kiln Fiend, you can bet that Kung Fu is going to be able to pump it to at least a 4. Shane making the very good play of not casting a Thraben Inspector and getting his Swamp instead so that he can cast his Chainer's Edict. I like that play better.
Yep, that's smart to realize that the 1 damage you'll get from attacking with the Thraben Inspector is just not important at all.
Yeah,
not even a little bit important.
You can get the clue whenever you want. The clue is not actually going to matter here for quite some time.
Yep. So if Kung Fu Trees misses blue mana for 2-3 more turns,
Shane hits some more lands.
Yeah, Shane needs to hit lands too. So Shane next turn can play his Core Skyfisher and pick up his Thraben Inspector if he wants, or pick up his planes and play the Thraben Inspector. Which would be a nice little play if he doesn't draw land.
It's probably what he will do. I can't imagine he's going to Doomblade this Thermal Alchemist or an unflipped Delver.
Yeah, I wouldn't without having another removal spell in hand.
And a Ponder. Now, one thing about this blue-red Delver list is that... sorry, not blue-red Delver. Blue-red Izzet Blitzes. He's not run Apostle's Blessing, which is very huge for Shane, meaning that unless he draws Dispel, the Doomblades are going to be uncontested.
Yeah, Kung Fu Trees likes to play these versions of Blue-Red Izzet Blitz that have all these extra creatures in them, like the Thermal Alchemist, and he was playing for a while with the Tandem Lookout combo too in this deck, and he just likes to have more creatures, but what that ends up meaning is that he doesn't have nearly as many protection spells and disruption for people trying to kill his creatures.
Right. Shane cracking the clue as opposed to casting a Doomblade. I would not use a Journey to Nowhere in favor of hopefully not losing to a what's the name of that card? Stormbound Geist, but Shane
I don't mind that play. The only other thing I would maybe have considered just running out another creature instead, but I don't think I would have Doombladed this Thermal Alchemist. It's just not scary with no blue mana.
I would have ran out the Irration Cleric, but well, there's an island, so we can cast a Delver. I mean, I think the other play besides casting Delver there is cast Ponder, so you can make sure you hit another island next turn. But I don't know if that really matters. So Shane's gonna Doomblade this Delver. If you're gonna Doomblade the Delver, you should just Doomblade on upkeep. He's Doomblading the Thermal Alchemist.
Yeah, this means he can get in for 1 more damage here. I don't know if it's.
I'm not a fan of
the right play, but
I don't think you're racing.
So another good thing about playing the Doomblade here, what you might not consider is that this Journey to Nowhere is almost uncounterable. It might be uncounterable for Kung Fu Trees. I'm not sure. Whereas the Dispels that he has can counter that Doomblade. So even though it seems like the instant speed might be stronger card, it's actually a lot harder for Kung Fu Trees to deal with the sorcery speed stuff.
I don't like killing the Thermal Alchemist there, but that's just my opinion. Oh, looks like he flipped another island anyway, so it's not really going to make much of a difference. I would also like to mention that it's not really Mike or I's fault that we keep interrupting each other. It's kind of hard to know when either one of us stop talking. So I apologize if I keep interrupting you.
We're not pros, so...
No, we're not in the same room or anything.
I also just talk a lot, so... It happens.
I think fine. Lightning Bolt's pretty good to take care of that Core Skyfisher if he so chooses. Temur Battle Rage is not looking super special here, but I'm sure it'll come into play soon.
Yeah, so... Let's see what Shane does here. I think if he doesn't draw a land, he's going to probably run out of Thraben Inspector and crack the clue. Okay, found a land.
Decided to kill the Core Skyfisher before Shane gets to untap. I can understand that.
Yeah, you don't want to run that bolt into Prismatic Strands. That'd be pretty annoying.
Do you think Shane just goes and gets Pestilence here? The reason why is if Shane draws an untapped source and the Delvers don't flip, which is asking for a lot, he can resolve Pestilence, kill both Delvers, clear Kung Fu's board, and then still have a creature.
Let's see. Let me take a look to see if he. So Kung Fu Trees chose not to shuffle. So if I'm Shane, I'm assuming there's no doubt in my mind that these Delvers are both flipping. Right, so he did get the Pestilence. Anyway. It's just really slow. Like
it is.
He
really
taps
slow
out
now.
To play it next turn. He'll be dead to a bolt before he can actually kill these Delvers.
No, he's dead to a bolt or
the Teamer Battle Ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of stuff.
He does flip, revealing Faithless Looting. So that's a good draw. But I think I gush first, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Putting those islands in your hand to Faithless Loot away.
So nice. Shane's actually dead next turn completely if Kung Fu uses a Timber Battle Rage here to hit him for 9.
Yep, and he should, seeing that Pestilence
is there and Shane is tapped out. Oh well,
yeah.
No, he can't kill Shane actually because Shane has the Ration Cleric and a removal spell. So
yeah, you want to. If you're Kung Fu Trees, actually, you should not use your Team or Battle Rages this turn. What you want to do is put Shane in a spot where he thinks that he can live if he plays Pestilence, but actually you just kill him.
Yeah. Drawing a second Faithless Looting there is pretty good with all these lands. But I think he might. He discarded a Team or Battle Rage.
Yeah, looks like he's not interested in that plan.
No, it looks like Kung Fu's interested on the grind plan.
Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna make Shane Shane knows that he can't play this Pestilence. Like he knows he's dead if he plays this Pestilence.
Right. He needs to draw 2 untapped lands in a row and one of them be a swamp for him to actually profit from this Pestilence. Unfortunately, all the cards in his hand are white and he only has 1 plains.
Yep. So yeah, that's why he's gonna lose this game. Basically, is that he got all of these white sources. Or he's short on white sources. I think Shane has to play the Pestilence here. Hope there's no Team or Battle Rage, and then try to chump block, because this is just not a winning line. This way,
No.
Like Delver is just gonna hit him for 6 this turn, and then it's gonna hit him for 6 again next turn, and he's gonna die.
I wonder how Shane's sideboarded, considering the fact that he left the Ration Clerics in. And this was the point that Mike and I were pointing out with the Ration Cleric. Like, the 3 life is just never going to matter.
Yeah, and this is the game when it would have mattered more than most games, right? He's killing him with Delver.
It would have bought him a turn worth of a Delver attack, and even then, I still don't think it would have done much.
Yeah. So Delver's getting in. Still no removal from Shane.
Good old Delver winning the game. Never gets old, does it?
No, it's just a classic.
What do you think about Delver? Should we keep it in the format?
I don't think Delver is a problem in the format. It gets to live another turn. No, I don't think Delver is a problem. I think a lot of the spells that surround Delver are problems in the various Delver decks. Like, I don't think Delver is a problem in this deck.
See, I remember when Pauper didn't have Delver.
Oh, yeah. I guess so. So Zane suggested a line that he could have played the Thraben Inspector and then cracked the clue and then blind hits a untapped white source and then plays the Kami. That might give him a better chance of actually winning this game, but
actually, I think that was Shane's only chance of winning this game. Now Shane has to hit a Prismatic Strands to live a couple more turns to draw some more stuff. And the other problem is the Pestilence is quickly becoming just not usable anymore.
Yeah, Pestilence is just a dead card, basically. It's not quite dead yet.
I remember when Pauper didn't have Delver yet, and Spire Golem was the big card back then. But nowadays, Delver is usually the big bad boogeyman.
Yeah, I think the issue with Delver is actually that we have like tons of cheap cantrips that just are just too efficient. Yeah. So I think that's more our issue in the format than having Delver itself.
There's a blocker.
There's a blocker. It might make him think that he's still alive.
We all know that Shane is actually dead about 4 times over here with the Timur Battle Rage and the Probe and the Faithless Looting and the Cyclops.
Yep.
Actually, I think he's dead 4 times over just on that creature alone.
Yeah, Kung Fu Trees is going to know that the coast is clear too.
Yeah.
These are actually some pretty good plays from Shane here at the end. He obviously doesn't know that Kung Fu Trees kind of has it all at this point.
No, I think Shane tried his best. It's just his draw just did not come well together is all.
Yeah, I think his mana is a little greedy. He's got so many tap lands and a lot of monocolored lands. So we're about to see Kung Fu Trees win this game on this turn.
Pretty good place for Shane PogChamp. It's kind of funny. And Zane.
I think they're pretty good plays for anyone.
The transition. Yeah.
All right, so this game's over. We can go ahead and maybe talk about which decks we think they're going to play next.
So for Shane, there's 2 green decks, technically. There's his patented Tron deck that he's known for, and there's Stompy, which I don't see Shane play very often, but I mean I don't think that you can mess up much with Stompy. And then there is the deck that Kung Fu is known for, which is Blue Red Delver, and the Dinrovatron deck. Now, I think that the Dinrovatron deck has a bad matchup versus both of Shane's decks.
I agree.
The Blue Red Delver deck probably has a pretty decent matchup against Stompy. I've never seen it played against Mono Green Tron, so I can't personally speak on that.
Yeah, I would guess that the Delver deck has a pretty good matchup against Mono Green Tron. It normally has a good matchup against regular Tron decks, and I don't know. It kind of depends if they can snipe some of the cheaper spells. If we can snipe some of the cheaper spells and prevent Shane from getting Tron on time, then it should be pretty easy for him. But countering 6 and 7 mana spells is actually pretty tough for this Blue-Red Delver deck. Sometimes they don't even play 4 counter spells. Looks like Kung Fu Trees does have 4 counter spells, but like Spellstar Sprite doesn't counter any of the threats in the deck.
Well, it can if you get really insanely lucky.
Yeah, if you get
in theory it can.
Yeah, if you get every single fairy on the field in the deck, you can counter Nulamog's Crusher, no problem.
Once. Just once. Oh, wait, does he have any, like, snaps or anything?
Oh, well, you can ninja one of them back.
Oh, yeah, you can ninja the 8th one back and then get there.
Yep, easy. Easy game. So
before we discuss any more of the deck list, do remember that if you want, you can follow along. You can go to the website to see all of the top 4 deck lists. The finals is not going to be played tonight. Math Guy, I told he did not have to be here. So that is going to be next week at the same time. Next week will be best 3 out of 5 matches, but we'll talk about that when this stream is coming to an end. Also, if you'd like to follow all of us, if you'd like to follow Mike's YouTube channel, if you'd like to follow Zane's Twitch channel, my Twitch channel, Jen Stakov's Twitch channel, you can find all of our channels under the Twitch stream box. Also, do follow Deluxikoff at Propaganda, both on Twitch and YouTube, as without him, this sweet CPC banner and background would not be possible. And of course, we'll have some more announcements after that. But just a heads up for all of you. Thank you all for being here as well. And if you missed anything, Shane is going to upload these to YouTube, so you can always catch them after that in VOD edition. So, looking at this Blue-Red Delver list, I think it's Blue-Red Delver. Kung Fu Trees is known for it, right? He never really changes the deck list up too much.
Yeah, it looks pretty typical. He's got 2 Dispel main deck, which I wonder if that's a nod to the fact that he expected to play me. Actually, I didn't really play decks that Dispel is good against, but it doesn't surprise me. And then, other than that, it looks pretty typical. Some people are, making variations on the number of brainstorms and things like that.
I hate brainstorm in this deck. Even though you have 7 fetch lands, I still hate it.
You've got 7 fetches. You've got ponders to shuffle to. It's kind of a lot of shuffle effects.
I know. I don't know. I don't like brainstorm outside of Legacy. I don't even like brainstorm in Vintage. I'll be very honest.
Well, how many fetch lands are in your average Legacy deck?
In your average Legacy deck, I believe. Well, it depends on the deck. I guess in the Rug Delver deck, you have at least 8. I think you have 12 actually.
I just don't think isn't necessarily that many more than this deck.
No, it's just I think that being able to brainstorm into cards like Force of Will and things like that is just better in this format.
Yeah. Another interaction with Brainstorm is you can put cards on top and then play Augur of Bolas and get rid of them. That's another cute little interaction. I do that a lot with Pieces of the Puzzle in my Teachings deck.
I will say that it's 8 fetch. Oh right, yeah. Waste. I forgot about that. Thank you, Raptor. I will say that I like Brainstorm in this deck. I do not like Brainstorm in Mono Blue Delver where there's no fetches. And I think that when people say, let's brainstorm to get some card advantage, and then you draw a land spell, you basically have just screwed yourself. But what do I know?
Yeah, and there's people have a high propensity to get locked too. Like you can just get brainstorm locked and lose the game. All right, so looks like we've got the matchup.
So we have Stompy against Tron. Now, the funny thing is, if Shane wins this matchup, and we go to match 3, it's going to be the 2 decks that they're both known for up against each other, which should make for an interesting matchup.
Yep, so I think this is the configuration Kung Fu Trees would have preferred, because I think Delver is favored against Tron, whereas I think the Stompy deck is really even. Oh wait, do we have the...
Yeah, they're upside down.
They're upside down for us. We got flipped, but we'll get that fixed for you guys. He's leading out with Aquarian Ranger. This hand is really good from Shane.
Kung Fu's hand kind of sucks, because even if he draws a third Tron land, he can't do anything, is where Shane has the actual perfects.
Yeah, this game's over. I actually don't think that... So
Kung Fu has to draw a forest into many moments piece.
So I think he needs to draw Prophetic Prism into Tower to really even keep playing.
Well, an island gets him somewhere, I guess. He gets the Forbidden Alchemy, though I still don't think he's going to get anywhere in life. Next turn, Shane can do... He can play the Nest Invader and give something +3. That would be 8. And Kung Fu will go to 11.
Yeah, so he'll have lethal next turn for sure, which is where you want to be against Tron. If you're doing lethal turn 4...
I was just playing creatures out for now.
Yeah, if you have lethal on turn 4, that's what you want to do. Because it's really tough for them to spend their mana getting Tron and getting ahead and fogging every turn. They just don't have enough colors usually to do that.
Tron really does not have a good matchup against something like Stompy, or especially against something like Red Deck Wins. Mostly because if you look at White Weenie, White Weenie's not going to kill you incredibly fast. The power of the White Weenie deck is that it's fast, but it has more efficient creatures, where Stompy is basically Red Deck Wins with pump spells as opposed to burn spells.
Yeah, so any deck that can kill turn 4 has a good Tron matchup, basically by default. And then the red decks are even better because they can play Flaring Pan out of the sideboard, and they can burn you to death.
I think Kung Fu's dead here. He's going to play the Prism. I don't know what he's hoping to hit anymore.
So if it's Prism into Tower, then he can Ghostly Flicker the Prism plus a land and draw a Fog effect to stay alive.
He's just going to concede instead. Well, he doesn't know it. He's dead, but he's basically just.
No, he didn't concede. He's playing Evoking.
No, I said he's basically.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
Basically going to.
And he didn't hit the tower in the top 2, so.
He kind of did. You hit a map. Like, it kind of works out, right? So I think Lines of the Vastwood is all that he needs, right? So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's 14 right there.
Yep. So gonna hunger here. Might as well show him all of it. It's not like you've got secret tech or anything. The deck lists are known, so.
Shane doing this for his fans. He's just gonna play out all of his spells like any good Hearthstone player would.
Is he gonna play that Vault Scourge too? Oh,
no, he didn't get the chance. Kung Fu, I don't think he's surprised by what just happened. I mean, he plays Tron enough that he knows how this matchup goes.
Yeah, game 1 on the draw is like impossible. So
yeah.
I assume that's why each of them picked these decks. Is that Shane wanted to be on the play with his Stompy deck, and
they both
I imagine
guaranteed.
Yeah, and imagine Kung Fu Trees wants to be on the play with his Delver deck, which is going to be huge next round. So at least I assume that's why Kung Fu Trees picked this deck, so that he could throw away his bad deck.
I think also because looking at Shane's sideboard, Shane has this deck geared towards beating Blue-Red Delver with 4 Scattershot Archers and 3 Gutshot and 2 of the fight cards. So Kung Fu correctly predicting that Shane was going to want to be on the play with Mono Green Stompy, which is another big pickup for him.
Yep. So as far as this goes, I don't think any of this stuff is coming in. You could consider bringing in some Sabotages. They're okay. Really, you want to kill them before that stuff matters, but there's some stuff that's kind of slow in here, like the Vault Scourges are pretty slow, and I don't know. There's some slow stuff that you maybe want to get rid of, but I don't know. I kind of like having all the stuff that has power and toughness in the deck, so. And as far as Kung Fu Trees goes, I didn't really look at his sideboard. I assume that he's got like a couple extra fogs, and that's what he's bringing in. Let's see. So there's 2 more Moments pieces in the sideboard. Those are probably coming in, and then I'm not sure about a Dispel. Other than that, nothing else is going to be coming in, I don't think. Did I lose you, Arctic? You still there?
Sorry about that. I muted myself, and I didn't notice until just now.
There you are.
Yeah, the button on my mic is not responding well. This stupid mute button on my Yeti mic. Doesn't matter. So Kung Fu, I thought his hand wasn't very good, and then I saw the Shimmering Grotto. And I guess his hand's actually not terrible. Shane's hand, not the greatest, but not really worth mulliganing, I don't think.
Yeah, a 4-land hand is pretty bad for Stompy, but at the same time, if you mulligan, what are your chances of getting like a 2-land hand and 4 spells?
Yeah.
It's okay, but this hand is serviceable.
What do you prefer for Tron lands? Which versions?
I like the OG versions, although I am super partial to white bordered stuff to tilt people. But I like the original ones. What is this? This is interesting play.
He's playing the Kieran Ranger in the Pit Skulk instead of
Burning Tree Emissary and Pit Skulk. So he's going to lose a power for next turn.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that play. Why play Kieran Ranger there?
Maybe he's afraid of Hydroblast on his Burning Tree Emissary.
Or Pyroblast or something, I'm not sure. Well, there's Tron, so Kung Fu has the lands he needs, but nothing to do with it, as every Tron deck always does.
Yeah, he can't even pulse anything back, because there's no lands or creatures in either graveyard.
No. I don't think creatures are going to be going to the graveyard very often.
No, I don't think so. So, pretty bad draw there from Shane. Hitting another land is terrible.
Yeah. Also, having one less power in play is also terrible, but
Yeah,
I'm sure Shane has his reasons.
So we'll count. We should be at 12.
We'll see if that 1 point actually makes a difference over time.
I actually don't think it won't unless Kung Fu Trees... if it won't change the clock at all because he's got 7 power now, and it's still 2 turns.
Yeah.
But if he draws a pump spell, he could have theoretically killed next turn, maybe. And if Kung Fu Tree draws any blockers or gains life with that pulse or really anything, yeah. So now there's going to be a land in the graveyard to pulse back.
You know, I got a funny question. What do you think about a sideboard plan of Metamorphose and not Prismatic Strings, the Flaring Pain?
Flaring Pain?
Yeah.
Ugh. No, I don't think so.
Just figured I'd ask. It'd be funny if you actually did it for this one matchup. Although, to be fair, everyone knew what the deck list was at the same time. No one had information beforehand, so Shane didn't know that he could have used that to his advantage against Kung Fu Trees.
I mean, Kung Fu Trees is basically a lock to play this deck and Delver, but yeah, Kung Fu Trees did try some sort of Gruul Stompy deck, and it was really bad. I think he tried to play like Stone Rains in the sideboard and Flaring Pains and stuff.
Raptor makes a good point. You have like a Skullcrack type of card for green and Pauper.
Yeah, that doesn't exist, not even just in Pauper. It doesn't exist anywhere, I don't think.
Nope.
Jen, you're wondering how I didn't choose Teachings? Because Tron is just a better Teachings.
Wow, he finally admits it.
But but actually, when I look at this, I should have maybe played Teachings over Tron because I don't know, it's tough. Like, it's better against Izzet Blitz for sure. Like,
if anything, we're gonna be here all night because of you, all because you didn't want to play Teachings.
Yeah, I don't know. I played like Stompy and stuff. I got some aggressive decks.
That is true. What were the 3 decks you picked last season?
Last season, I played
Stompy, Kuldotha, and something else.
Yeah, Teachings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like to have the option to at least like have a good deck against every matchup. So
yeah.
I wanted to have a mid-range deck, a big deck, and a small deck. So I don't like being, especially in the finals, I don't like having a deck that's just cold to everything that they have. It's just that's not really my style.
Mike, would you say you are the greatest Pauper player of all time?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I probably would, but maybe everyone else would say it.
Do you have an opinion on who the greatest Pauper player is of all time?
Of all time, I really haven't been playing Pauper that long, so I don't really know any of the old school players. I know
I think the only old school player left is Deluxikov.
Right,
I don't
exactly.
remember anyone else.
Like
it would be 420 Dragon.
Like Turbo Kitty, really innovative deck. Like the Boros Kitty deck is really cool.
I don't really know any of the old school people's names. I'd have to do a lot of research.
Yeah, I just don't know them, so it's hard for me to say.
Who do you think are
the best players right now?
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna ask me?
I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
I think
who's that guy who always plays Stompy like all the time?
Oh, a Big Stupid or something like that?
No, that's not it. But that guy who plays Stompy all the time in the challenges and like Facts, right? Yeah. HRYMA, yeah, whatever. So Facts, I think. No, not Tedley Ted. Tedley Ted's a good player too, but I don't think I want Facts. I want Kung Fu Trees. And then I don't know, I might stick him Lobo in there if he like got serious and played some good decks for a while.
If he had time, yeah.
Yeah. So I would probably put those 3 kind of at the top. It's tough to balance like brewing, tinkering, and technical play. Like Hermfax never brews anything. He tinkers with Stompy, but he just plays Stompy every time pretty much. Kung Fu Tree's like brewed up a couple decks that are very good, just from nothing. And then Mlobo brews a lot of decks, and a lot of them aren't very good.
You just lose Mike.
Am I gone?
I didn't lose connection, did I?
No, I still hear you. Can you hear me?
Am I here solo? Well, this is awkward.
I wonder if Arctic muted his headphones now. I'm going to ask him if he muted his headphones. Arctic, please, with the equipment.
I'm going to mute myself while this is going on.
All right, well, I'll keep doing commentary. So we've got some fogs going on. Fogs are really what matters in this match. And getting a mnemonic wall is really good. I'm a little surprised he didn't get back the moments piece with it. He's at enough life where he doesn't need to fog every turn, so I think it's okay. But exiling it is not, I'm not a super big fan. All right. So we got a big attack here. See what the blocks look like. Yeah. So I don't really like attacking with the Quarian Ranger here, since he knows that Kung Fu Tree's got back that Pulsamarasa. So now he's just going to use the Pulsamarasa to get back the mnemonic wall, and then he's going to loop them. He's going to loop them over and over, gain 6 life. So it's even better than a fog. So we've got this Forbidden Alchemy now. It doesn't really matter. If he finds anything, it's going to be over. Signet doesn't count. Flicker counts. And putting a Mystical Teachings in the graveyard. Yeah, I think this game's over. He needed to whiff on like 7 cards in a row here to really have any problems. So, drew an Impulse. He's got a lot of blue spells. I guess he's probably going to Mnemonic Wall, maybe get back Pulse, get back Muldrifter, if he has enough mana to cast all that stuff.
I have no idea what just happened, but I had to switch my adapter from my Bluetooth headset to a different USB port, and it decided to work because computers. That's why.
All right, so we've got Arctic back.
I don't know how lucky you guys are for that, but I'm sorry I wasn't away for longer.
All right, so we got some card draw. I don't think there's anything... Yeah, Shane can't draw anything this turn to push through the damage, so this game's over. Super over.
That's a lot of lands for Shane, too. Has he drawn any spells?
He started with 4. No, he's drawn a couple. He drew Vines of the Vastwood, another Burning Emissary, Young Wolf, and the Vault Scourge. Like, almost a lot of the stuff that's on the board is stuff he drew, but none of the stuff matters. Like, all these 1/1s and 2/2s are just not real cards after turn 3.
Interestingly enough, there is one Rolling Thunder in Kung Fu's deck as well, so that is something that Shane has to play around at some point. Not this game, but next game.
This game is locked up.
I think if there's a next season, I'm going to import a mercy rule.
Or we just say, you are literally locked out. The only way, I think... Is there a Viridian Longbow in this deck?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Let me look quick in the sideboard and in the main deck. He does have 1 Viridian Longbow. I don't know. You could theoretically kill him.
I appreciate the fact that no one reacted to me saying I'm sorry that I'm back, and since 2 minutes passed and no one reacted, Zane felt that he had to. Thanks a lot, Zane. I appreciate that. So, at least Shane's on the play for Game 3. That's probably the biggest part about this matchup, is that Shane gets to be on the play for 2 different games.
Yep. And even if he had a better draw that game, I
he
think
wouldn't
that
have
Kung Fu Trees would have still won. I don't know. I don't know if Kung Fu Trees would have won through a turn 4 kill, but Shane needed a lot better draw.
I don't think I've ever felt more love than right now.
Yeah, you
So,
got a
yeah,
couple welcome backs. People missed you. Yeah, so I think we might have lost you again, but we were talking about the sideboard stuff last time. There's 4 moments pieces in the deck now, and he may be considering a Dispel. Dispel is not great, but it can
Why is
turn.
there another ghostly flicker in the sideboard? What would that be for?
Another ghostly flicker in the sideboard is probably for like the mirror or something like that. It's good against. It's pretty good against teachings too. So I wonder if he's got that in there just for me.
Sure.
Kung Fu Trees has a really bad hit. It's an easy mulligan, I think.
Shane had, what the hell? Did Shane bring in what I think he brought in?
Looks like we've got some
Scattershot archers. And funny enough, he actually has the combo with Kieran Ranger to be able to kill Mole Drifters. Not that it's ever really going to matter in this matchup. And if it does, Shane's probably dead by that point.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to come up very much. But
what would Shane take it out?
It's basically strictly better than a Vault Scourge, I think. That's true. It's not quite, because Nest Invader can cast a Vault Scourge, but there's the Nest Invader token can be sacked to cast a Vault Scourge.
Burning Tree Emissary, you can cast Vault Scourge in a 1-drop.
Yeah, but I don't know, you might have some other kind of questionable cards.
So Kung Fu Tree's probably not keeping.
Yeah, Kung Fu Tree's got a mulligan this. Even I'm not this greedy. Like, even if you hit the land, your hand is still bad.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think if you were the one playing, you keep that hand, just draw Tron naturally off the top.
Yeah, but I also have to draw. I have to draw a fog in there too. So
I mean, you'd also have to not die, but you know.
Oh, Shane Mulligan, that I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't agree with that at all. And now Shane's hand sucks.
It is pretty decent if he hits a land with literal first card, because he'll be able to play 6 power. He'll be able to play 6 power on turn 2, with this Bone Splitter plus equip.
Why would Shane mulligan that first hand?
I don't know why he would. He had 1 power on turn 1 and then just 2 on turn 2, so it wasn't great. See what he did with his scry. Let's see if I can get in on this game.
Hopefully kept on top for Shane's sake.
Put it on top.
Okay, so
found the land.
We're going to have a real game. Kung Fu's hand, not terrible with the impulse. But he's going to be under a ton of pressure right now. He's looking to be dead in 3 turns. Shane's going to get to equip the Bone Splitter. And Shane, let's see, that's 6. So Kung Fu's actually dead in 2 turns, surprisingly enough.
Yeah. So this hand isn't terrible. I was just a little surprised that he mulliganed that first hand.
No, I thought the first hand was fine, but another forest, not terrible if Shane draws a Hunger of the Howl Pack. I don't know if Shane plays Groundswell. I don't believe he does.
If he does, he shouldn't have played that. So let's see if he fires off one of these pump spells. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so do I.
So the reason you play this here is because there's no green mana up. Oh yeah, he's getting both of them.
He knows there's no counterspell, so he's just going in for as much damage
as
possible.
Can you imagine if you had like a Hydroblast for the Burning Tree Emissary there?
Oh my god.
That would have been so disgusting.
I think Shane would come into the chat immediately and tell him F off.
Alright, so any pump spell here is lethal this turn.
Unfortunately, there's only a Prophetic Prism, not an actual Shimmering Grotto or Green Source, so Shane's going to have a window.
Yeah, he's debating
sorry, there's a Simic Signet.
Yep.
I apologize.
That's why you picked the Signet. He was kind of mousing over both of them, but you have to take the Signet here in order to cast the Moments Piece this turn if you need to.
I thought they were both Prisms. I did not see the Simic Signet. So Shane,
how greedy is Kung Fu?
Farther away now.
Yeah. Oh, not greedy enough.
No, not greedy enough, apparently. Would the greed have worked out? The greed would have worked out.
I totally would have been greedy.
I know you would have. And then you know that Shane would have top decked a pump spell.
Yeah, look, like next turn he could play Moments Peace and Forbidden Alchemy, and now
How
he can't.
How greedy is Kung Fu? He's gonna go to 2.
Oh,
That's
I
my
would go to
question.
2. Yeah, no, I think going
Oh,
to
you
2 is
definitely
a
go to 2.
pretty. Yeah, I think going to 2 is a pretty easy choice actually. Unlike the choice of playing this Signet, which is mad greedy, just so greedy.
Rolling Thunder is not awful, although the problem now is that Shane has to deal with 2 different turns of Moment's Peace. But the good thing is, unless Kung Fu draws some more lands, Kung Fu's not going to be able to go teachings for another Moment's Peace.
Yeah, so this is kind of the issue that this is why I think I might have been greedy last turn. Is now this turn he can't cast anything besides his fog. So he has to take this whole turn off, whereas he would have been able to play the Forbidden Alchemy
I don't think
this
that
turn
matters,
if
does
he
it?
had played it. Well, he's got to find a land. He's got to find a lot of stuff. Like he's 2 Tron lands away from having Tron,
I don't think he has to
and
find too much.
I mean he needs to find an untapped land this turn. He can't even Fog and Forbidden Alchemy this turn unless he finds an untapped land.
Vigal, I think that's how to pronounce that. Thank you for following. Much appreciated.
So we'll see. If he hits an untapped land here, he could still be in perfectly fine shape. And he does.
All right, so that's even more turns of Moment's Peace now.
I think I would cast the Forbidden Alchemy right now instead, because if you hit a Tron land, yeah, if you hit a Tron land, you want to do it.
Yeah. Must be nice having them all, probably.
Yeah, so his hand ended up being just a little too slow, I think, from Shane, because he couldn't. Did he have lethal on turn 4, or is that turn 5?
I think it was turn 5. No,
Maybe.
it was turn 4. He was
Yeah,
one
no,
turn off of being able to actually.
yeah, it was his turn 5, because
Yeah.
it's Kung Fu Tree's turn 5 right now. So that's just 1 turn slower than you normally want to be with Stompy. And it is tough. They have a pretty good draw to get a turn 4 kill.
Unfortunately for Shane, he's going to have to sit here, though. If Kung Fu doesn't hit Tron, Kung Fu might run out of mana to just keep Moments Piecing every turn eventually.
Yeah.
And right now, Kung Fu does not have a way to actually flash back Mystical Teachings.
I mean, if he doesn't draw a land again, he's going to miss another land drop this turn. He can't play that. He can't play that map.
That's very true. Nope, draws an impulse, so he's going to actually miss a land drop.
Yep.
Why don't you play Viridian Longbow, Shane? What possessed you to not put that in your deck?
Like it's in his main deck. He's got one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, for the love of God, draw it. No, I'll be biased. I want Shane to win this game.
But yeah, we gotta have another game. So
yeah.
There's also something to be said if you're Kung Fu there to be a little greedy and like impulse and try to find another fog.
Yeah, but then you're dead.
Yeah, you are. You're dead if you miss.
Like you're dead if you miss on a pulse or a fog, which I don't know if that's exactly good. Especially because you already put a fog on the bottom with the earlier impulse. So
yeah, that's probably a little too greedy. Impulse, impulse doesn't shuffle your deck anymore. So
what did it ever do that? I don't remember it ever doing that.
Yeah, the original printing made you shuffle your deck from Visions.
Fair enough. And then they changed the rule.
They just straight up made the card different. Yeah.
So Shane has lethal 4 times over.
Yeah, back in those days, I think you like whatever was printed on the card was what happened.
Yeah.
There's some interesting issues like Orcish Oriflame in Alpha was printed with a 1 instead of a 3 for the colorless. So if you had an Alpha version of Orcish Oriflame, you could play it for a colorless and a red instead of playing it for the actual cost of 3 colorless and a red.
And you don't die going to 0 until you end the turn. Until you literally say, I end my turn, you don't die.
Yeah, so you can gain life after you're dead. Those are the days.
And with the Bloom deck before 6th edition rules, you could literally go to 0 to a Fire Blast and still go off. Oh, God.
Yeah, I played a little bit of that. That Gauntlet and definitely killed some Frost Bloom people with Fire Blast after they like drew me a whole new hand of cards.
So, where did that Moment's Peace come from?
I think he drew it off the Prophetic Prism, so I think he's going to win.
Yeah, I think this game's over at this point. Well, not necessarily. I mean, maybe he just draws, like, nothing but bad cards. I don't know. I don't know how Shane...
He's got Tron. He's got Tron. He's got Muldrifter. Yeah, Kung Fu Tree's got a little bit fortunate to draw that land that one turn. And then Shane's draw was just a little too slow. Like, if Shane had drawn a Rancor on that turn where I wanted to be greedy, Kung Fu Trees would have almost certainly lost this game.
Well, at least Shane made it to the top 4. Probably much better than I'd say 99% of the people watching this series throughout could have hoped for. I can say that I was one of the people that knew Shane would not make bottom 2. I did not know if he'd make top 4 or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't give Shane a lot of credit a lot of the time, but
a lot of the time
I just like to make fun of him. It's I don't know. It's kind of the thing on the stream, I guess. So we're gonna see a Muldrifter here and with a Moment's Peace up. And if he hits another Prophetic Prism, he's gonna be able to Rolling Thunder away Shane's board, and that'll be game over.
I find it amazing that you're so subtle when you make fun of him too. It's like nonchalance making fun of him.
So Shane is lethal here if he draws his longbow. He's got exactly enough mana.
The one in I don't know how many cards.
Ah, he missed.
Draws a dang forest.
Is there a Pulse of Marasa in the graveyard? I mean, he might be able to if there's no Pulse in the graveyard.
I don't believe so, no. But there is mystical teachings to go.
Yeah, to get the Pulse of Marasa. Yep. You can even crop rotate for Thornwood Falls if he has some more.
That's true. To gain another life. Mana Burn was a thing. Oh yeah, Mana Burn was a thing back then too. I forgot about that. Mana Burn hasn't been in Magic for so long. Even though I like that change personally, but would Rolling Thunder even be right here? To kill all the creatures?
Like if he could right now. I mean, if he could kill all the creatures, no, still probably not.
Yeah, it's not even worth it. You might as well just save it for killing Shane.
It depends. If he can still afford Fog, then it's worth it.
That's true.
So, yeah, because you have to worry about Shane like playing Vines of the Vastwood or something to save a creature, and then suddenly you don't have Fog mana up. So I don't know if he's gonna have enough mana to. I don't know if he's gonna have enough mana to get a Pulse with the Mystical Teachings here. Oh, just top deck another Moment's Peace.
Is that the 4th Moment's Peace?
Yeah, I think that's 4.
Must be nice.
It must be nice to put one to the bottom and then just draw it anyway.
Well, he shuffled the deck, but
I know.
I mean, the must be nice coming from you is quite insulting, I think, to everybody in the chat. I personally don't find it. Exern, what's going on, dude?
We all know I'm never lucky.
Yeah. I wish I could curse right now. For, like, multiple reasons.
You just can't beat Kodoltha Boros.
Shut up. Well, from you I can. I beat that deck all the goddamn time.
Maybe I just play it better than everybody else.
Yeah, you do, apparently.
So, this teaching should probably get a Pulse, I think. Just so you can survive the longbow.
I think I would. Well, is there anything specific to return with the Pulse, too? That he could get?
I think there's an Amonic Wall in there, so yeah, it's some pretty good stuff. He's got 2 lands and an Amonic Wall, so looks like he grabbed another Teachings. Shane's favorite play, Teachings for Teachings.
By favorite play, you mean makes him want to do Dark Thoughts?
I think actually his least favorite play, though, is Teachings for Think Twice. Shinjezi says I'm the best Boros player. That might be true.
That
although
might be true.
I still don't play
The way that you play
luckiest. Clearly
Boros,
not the luckiest.
the way that you play Boros is definitely different from everyone else.
Yeah, you got to go fast. Yeah, people tend to play that deck a little too passively against control decks. Like you just have to kill them as fast as possible. But I'm probably not the best Boros player because I don't play Monarch. I play tokens. Although for this tournament, I did pick a Monarch deck because it seems to be like the hotness. So
Who would you
trying
say
it
is
out.
the worst Pauper player?
Who is the worst Pauper player?
Yeah, I gotta know.
Well, I don't know. Clearly, someone I've never heard of, right?
No, it's out of all the people you've ever heard of, who's the worst?
All the people
you can be honest.
Oh,
I've literally given Mike all the ammunition he needs to say the name that everyone's thinking, and he's not saying it. It's incredible. I'm sorry. There's one of two people that he could say.
No, I can't just. Jen got to win. All right.
Jen got to win.
What I was actually gonna do is gonna pull up some of like the people who've been really salty at me, and then pick one of them. Yeah, I've got some of them. I got some of them saved. You know, like you have to save some of those good ones.
All right, so unfortunately, Shane did not get there. Kung Fu is going to move on, and he's going to face you. How do you feel about your matchups with Kung Fu now that you know that he's your opponent?
You know, it's really tough. It's going to matter a lot which decks we pick against each other. So, I think I've got 3 decks that I've got one deck that's pretty good against Blue Red Delver, and then 2 other ones that are closer. Like I think Stompy's a little favored, and Tron might be. I don't know. I picked a Marasa Tron deck, so I would have a little better chance against Delver. And then against his Tron deck, I think I have one good matchup with my Stompy deck, and then two bad matchups. So I think I'm probably going to lose to his Tron deck. And then what's his other one?
Kung Fu's going on to the finals.
Yeah, is it Blitz? Then I mean my Boros deck is good against 2 of his decks, so I need to match that one. Make sure that doesn't get matched up with Tron is basically what I have to do. And then we've got a couple other 50-50s.
Kung Fu, how do you feel about your matchups against Mike?
I think they're pretty close. I don't like. I guess I'm regretting Blitz a little bit against him, but I think I built Blitz to try to be reasonable against kind of like these mid-range decks. So we'll see how that works out.
Okay. I think you played pretty well there. I think you definitely played well in both matches. I think Shane played well. I think your decks may have just been better position. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
why'd you choose Izzet Blitz?
So I think Izzet Blitz is quite strong. I think it was mainly against. I expected kind of against like Zane's lineup. I think Blitz is my best deck because it's. I think it's favored against Tron and Stompy, and it's reasonable against his black-white deck. I think it's slightly favored, but it's not too bad. So I think it's just kind of for lineups like that, where like it's like heavy aggro and Tron decks. I think Blitz is pretty good, and I definitely try to slant it towards be okay against mid range as well. So
yes,
I got lucky. Exactly. I mean, those games were really close. So yeah, those were definitely good games.
So I'm going to stay on with Shane. I haven't done commentary with Shane in a while, and I'd like to see this one through to the end. Oh yeah, if Math Guy wins, I'm going to have to get him to get Skype or something. So while we're on downtime, we're just getting everything figured out. Do remember to follow all of us. I have a stream. I do write articles for puremtgo.com. Mike does YouTube stuff. Shane does Twitch stuff, and I don't. Shane, do you do YouTube stuff also?
I do not. I wanted to set one up at some point, but then I realized no one wants to hear me say, oh, well, I should have done that instead on YouTube. It's a lot better watching it live instead of watching me screw up on YouTube from a while ago.
No, Hexer and Dan and Rob are not going to be commentating for the finals. I gave them the rest of the time off. Next week the commentary is probably going to be Shane and myself. Unless Ice somehow gets home early enough, then it'll be myself and Ice or Shane and Ice. So I don't know which, but no, I didn't plan on having Dan and Rob on. They will do commentary in the future, if and when we have a season 3. All right, so Shane does not do YouTube stuff, but you can check out Zane's Twitch channel. I don't know if Zane does YouTube stuff. I have to check on that later. He does not do YouTube stuff.
The way you say YouTube stuff and Twitch stuff sounds like it's a forbidden thing. Where just yeah, he totally does Twitch stuff. Nobody tell him I said that though. It's a bit creepy.
God, you people tonight. All right. On fire. So yeah, you can check out everybody's YouTube channel and Twitch channel. I'm sure that's much better for Shane's standards. Since apparently saying the word stuff sounds like some forbidden taboo that I was not aware of until just now. And apparently I think Kung Fu's laughing in the background too, which is rare because Kung Fu never laughs at anything. It's me. Everybody laughs at me. Whether it's because I tell a joke or whether it's because I fail miserably. I just get people to laugh. Taboo Kappa Pride. You can also, if you want to follow along, you can follow with the deck list. You can do ! deck lists to go find out the deck list for the top 4. The next matchup is going to be Michael Ruru against Kung Fu Trees. Again, same rules apply. Now, as far as next week goes, next week is going to be best 3 out of 5. So what's going to happen is whoever Math Guy faces, whether it's Mike or Kung Fu, the way it's going to work is it's going to be best 3 out of 5 matches. Now what's going to happen is the same rules apply for the first 3. If there is a Game 4 and or Game 5, what's going to happen is they will pick again for Game 4 one of the three decks they've already submitted. And then whichever deck they used for Game 4 cannot be used for Game 5. So that's how that's going to work. And after that, we're going to crown a CPC Season 2 champion. And
is it going to be me?
No, you're already dead.
You don't know that. I can make a comeback.
Okay. Apparently Shane's not declaring defeat yet. So that's... How are you going to make a comeback? I'm actually interested now how you're going to make a comeback.
You'll see. Tune in next week.
I'm interested. Yeah, I'm interested now. So I have a lot of Magic to come through for you. The deck list that we're going to see right now for Mike are going to be Kuldotha Boros, Blue Red Delver, and Dendrovatron. So pretty much mirror decks, except for the Izzet Blitz and the Kuldotha Boros are obviously the different ones. And again, they know the deck list. Now, since Mike is higher seed, Mike's going to get to be on the play, which is probably going to influence, for match 1, is going to get to be on the play or the draw, which is probably going to influence all of their choices. Shane, who do you think is favored?
I really don't know. This is a tough decision. Both players,
this is Mike's Tron deck.
Both Kung Fu Trees and Mikey Ruru are fantastic players. They're playing decks that they know very well. I'm shocked and also really happy that Mikey Ruru decided not to play Teachings, but he did bring Teachings Tron. So I really don't know who I would say is favored in this. I guess it depends on the matchups. If Kung Fu Trees and Mikey Ruru gets a favorable matchup, then that could easily be the only turning point.
Okay, so should be interesting. Mike, of course, the returning champion, almost going undefeated last time, but some jerk stopped him from doing that, and he never forgot it.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
So
who was that beautiful person's name that made him not go undefeated? I can't remember.
Some dude who has a very unhealthy obsession with Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Uh,
Oh, I love that movie. That's weird that we like the same thing.
Man, you don't say. It almost sounds like you're the guy.
Am I? I asked you, and you
Are
didn't
you
just
saying?
say me.
Are you
saying that it was me? Are you saying that I beat Mikey Ruru, the champion from last season, who had gone undefeated besides me? Is that what you're saying, Arctic?
Are you saying that you are in fact the man?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I want you to say it. Just say it.
All right, Twitch chat. I want you to give me a pog champ if you think that Shane is in fact the man. While you guys are having fun with that, of course Zane's right on top of it. So we're gonna get the match started in just a few moments. We're still waiting on the two players, and here is an interesting deck from Kung Fu Trees. It's one that we've possibly never seen before. It has. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's a deck list from Mike, who we may have never seen before. This is a new deck. It's called Blue Red. You know what? I can't even go along with the joke anymore. It's Blue Red Delver. Mike basically just copied a list from somebody, and he's playing it. It's going to be interesting if they play a mirror, because I have to think that Kung Fu Trees has a leg up for the fact that. Shane, did you put a Bible thump?
Did I what?
Did you put a Bible thump in the chat?
Did I? Yeah. Why? I don't know. I like crying. Stop making fun of me. I'm sad now. I've lost, and people didn't pogchap in the chat for me, so I have a right to Bible thump.
Zane and Redder and Ice did. Ice is like your biggest fan.
But Ice doesn't count. He's like weirdly in love with me. He'll do anything for that. And then Zane, I literally pay him money, so he legally has to do it. But predatory, thank you for that. I appreciate it. You're the only one who wasn't legally binded to do that.
Ice, would you like to dispute what Shane just said about you, that you are secretly in love with him?
I don't think he can dispute that. It's literally a fact. I have a handwritten note from him signed saying that he is in love with me.
Can you produce this handwritten note?
I can, yes. Let me go and write it really quick. I never said it was from him.
Ice does not count. Feels bad. Yeah. Right. And the last deck, of course, the one that I hate the most when it's in his hands, the one that he's become most accustomed and known for, Kuldotha Boros. But he's not on. I'm sorry, he is on the Monarch one this time around, isn't he?
I don't think so. He said he hates it a lot, but it's definitely
I see Monarchs in there.
Okay. So this is I call it Boros Monarch, which is pretty reasonable. Why? It takes out a lot of the tokens and just adds in the Palace Sentinel, so it's a lot more control-y than the other one.
I personally like this version better, but that's just me.
Yeah. It's a fun deck. I played it recently. It was one of the decks I was thinking about as well. But I don't know. It's very bad against aggro-ish decks.
I wanted to ask you, actually, in game one, when you're playing Blackwood Pestilence, why did you not play Orzhov Basilica on turn 2?
Because I misclicked. If I had played Basilica, I probably would have had that game easily.
I figured you misclicked. I just wanted to make sure, because it looked like you had it hovered over, and then all of a sudden the Bajuka Bob was in there, and I was like, that has to be a misclick. I feel so bad.
Yeah, so I was shuffling my cards around, and I clicked on it, and I realized I clicked on it.
I hate it when that happens.
So I held the click and tried to move it over so as it wouldn't play it. Yeah. But apparently I let go at some point, and it played it, and I was like, well, that's probably the game.
That's unfortunate. Oh, well. Hey, you made it to the top 4, buddy, so...
Hey, what do I get? Do I get Ice, like, with an apple in its mouth coming to my house? Is that my prize? Alright.
You get a Steam Flogger Boss and Squire card.
I like
Swept Teeth, I think.
I like Steam Flogger Boss. Steam Flogger Boss is one of my subs actually, so I would love to have Steam Flogger Boss.
Steam Flogger Boss is cool, so.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
All right, and we are ready to go down to the match. It looks like it's going to be Kung Fu on his patented Blue-Red Delver deck against Michael Ruru's Tron. Now, the interesting thing here is that Kung Fu chose to play his deck first because he's on the play. I have to imagine Mike's playing his Tron deck because Mike's Tron deck is the worst against Blue-Red Delver, but the best against Izzet Blitz. So this could be that Mike was trying to predict Izzet Blitz, but unfortunately guessed wrong.
Yeah, that's really all you can do when you're doing things like this. You know their decks, so you have to kind of look into their head and figure what would they be playing right now. Right. So it doesn't look like Mikey Ruru picked the correct one. I think that Blue-Red Delver is pretty good in this matchup.
Wait a minute. Is Mike on the bottom and Kung Fu's on top?
I don't believe so.
Did Kung Fu pick not to be on? Oh no, right. Mike's the higher seed.
Mike's the higher seed.
My bad. I forgot Kung Fu was against you as the higher seed. So, Mike choosing to. Oh, actually, I guess Kung Fu then actually did strategically pick the Blue-Red Delver deck because it has a good matchup against both the Kuldotha Boros deck and the Tron deck, I have to assume. Mm-hmm. I personally think that Blue-Red Delver has a good matchup against Kuldotha Boros, but what do I know?
I think that Blue-Red Delver is just the most consistent. It has great matchups against it has okay matchups against most decks, great matchups against some, and there's very little that are just bad matchups. So it's definitely a good choice to run out what you're used to because Kung Fu Trees is known for his Blue-Red Delver, and also it gives you the edge when you don't know what they'll be playing.
Well, Hexerin, the thing is that Mike likes the old Tron lands, and unfortunately there's no whiteboarded version of the old Tron lands from Antiquities, so...
You say unfortunately, which most of the chat probably would not agree.
I like the whiteboarded version of the Tron lands as well. So
my favorite version is 8th edition. 8th edition. No, 7th edition.
Nice. There you go, Shane. There's like 3 leagues for you.
Oh.
So for Shane's prize...
I don't remember what it was. What did I win, Arctic? Tell the chat.
For Shane's prize, he won a Wooded Foothills and a Windswept Teeth.
Nice.
That's his prize. I don't believe Kung Fu wants his prize. I remember. No one likes me? Yeah, well, shit happens.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah, whatever.
What do you mean they weren't in 7th edition for Tron lands? I literally have 7th edition Tron lands, I think.
You never said 7th, you said 8th.
I said 8th. No, wait, 7th. No, I have 8th. Never mind. I have 8th.
No, you never even said 7th. Jen is literally making fun of you for something you
I said 8th. I said 8th.
Yeah, but
I said
Jen
7th.
said 7th.
Oh, wait. I said 8th. Oh, wait, no, 7th? I think it was 7th. Might be 8th. I don't know. Yeah, but that's because you don't listen to me, Arctic. It's very upsetting. Anyways, back to the match here. It looks like...
I was trying to help you.
Don't help me. I don't need your help. I don't need your pity. So it looks like to be going pretty well for Kung Fu Trees. Mikey Ruru needs... I mean, he has a really good hand, though. If he's able to get... black, and this might be a lock here. Because as of right now, Kung Fu Trees cannot deal with the Denorva Horror unless he straight counters it.
All right, fine. I guess Shane was wrong. Fine. My bad for trying to help. And why is everybody talking badly about me? Because everybody hates me, Gobbly Guy. I'm just used to it by now.
It happens. I need to make up for people probably dissing me while I was playing, so I have to be mean to everybody.
I did not diss you, actually. I was actually being very nice. Mike was saying that making fun of you was fun, so...
Ooh, and with that Thornwood Falls, he does have Denorva Horror mana. Unfortunately, if Kung Fu Trees untaps, he's probably going to hold up Counterspell here.
Well, he's going on tap. But, I don't think Kung Fu's going to... Kung Fu knows that Denorva Horror is a thing next turn, so I highly doubt he's going to go for Ninja here.
I don't know.
Okay.
Ninjaing is. Oh, he goes for the
The hell with
ninja.
me. I guess I could be wrong. What do I know?
Yeah. I mean, he really. If he gets a removal spell like Scred, then this isn't that bad.
But what is the reason to go ninja there instead of just holding up counterspell?
Because he doesn't know what's in Mikey Ruru's hand. Mikey Ruru has kind of been dirtling a tiny bit, so he wants to get a board state ready now. If Mikey Ruru had anything but Denova Horror, this would be a great play.
I guess
Since he does have it.
I guess I just play it more safe than everything else. So.
Which is understandable. Definitely understandable. Unfortunately, that was not the way to play. I mean, it could definitely be a good way to play right now. Kung Fu Trees is the aggressor in this matchup, so that's what he's doing right now. He's trying to get in damage. He's trying to draw more cards to Mikey Ruru. It's just unfortunate that he happened to have the Denova Horror.
Mike even gets to keep up Essence Scatter. This is really not looking too good for Kung Fu anymore.
Yeah.
It's not that Kung Fu's. Yeah, it's not that Kung Fu's far behind. It's just not looking great.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to remove the Sonova Horror. He can definitely start attacking in the air at some point, but other than that, there's not really much he can do.
Yeah, Kung Fu throwing away the Ash Barons.
Mm-hmm.
Since Scred already does kill the Dinroba Horror anyway, it doesn't actually make a big difference.
Yeah. Well, even if he draws a Scred, I think that he just needs a Scred to be in the game. But now that he Gush, that Scred is not going to do anything.
He gets to draw 2 cards and leave up Counterspell this time, thankfully, so at least the other Dinroba Horror is not going to get there.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's going to stupid default. I can't imagine that he's going to counter this Essence Scatter.
Nope.
But, he very well might. He very well might.
Well, he did bounce the Fairy Miscreant with the Denova Horror, so he might just be scared of flyers because the ninja is.
No, I mean Kung Fu countering the Essence Scatter.
Oh, okay. No. Although
he's not gonna. He doesn't suspect the second Denova Horror, which I don't think any of us would in this position.
Yeah, you never expect the second Denova Horror. Even so, the second one isn't going to put him as much further behind. It's not really going to do anything except for bounce and discard and
quad block. He's not going to, but it'd be funny if he did.
Yeah.
Now,
he could triple block.
If you are, you have to know that he's going to play like something else that can block a ninja, but unfortunately, it's another 4/4 and not an 0/4.
Well, Mikey Ruru's hand he's at 2 cards. Kung Fu Treats have no idea what's in it. Yeah. So the plays he has been making, like playing everything out, countering everything, it's a pretty good play for right now. He just doesn't know that what's going on in Mikey Ruru's hand, the fact that he does have 2 Denova Horrors.
And Mikey Ruru bounces the mountain so he keeps him off getting to 4 mana for Scred for 2 more turns.
Yep.
Which is pretty good.
Spell Stutter is kind of good-ish here. It's not great, but it does counter most things besides the horrors, of course.
I think you have to play Augur Bolus this turn and search for a Scred.
I don't know about that. I could save 1 more turn, possibly just chump with the ninja and then hold up Counterspell or Spell Stutter Sprite.
Well, the problem is Augur Bolus can also find a bolt to kill the Dinroba Horror with. Oh my god. Well, okay. It's a good thing that Kung Fu Trees isn't me.
Thankfully. That is exactly what Mikey Ruru needs. Alright, let's see what we have. So I would attack before playing, obviously, yeah.
For sure.
Do you think that Kung Fu Trees blocks one of the horrors with the... Oh! He only attacked with 1. Oh, that makes sense. He doesn't want Kung Fu Trees to draw.
If he did attack with both, I would not block. Because you can just play a Spellstar Sprite and block anyway.
He's not going to play the Mole Drifter. He's holding up, actually, I think it's... Does he have Forbidden Alchemy in his yard? What does he have in his yard with Flashback? I'm sure he has something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah. Which is good, because that allows you to find some counter spells, find Ghostly Flicker, find something there. Let's see if he hits anything off of Augur or
It
Bolus.
really sucks now that Kung Fu is a little behind on lands because he's not going to get to actually cast the spell source, right?
Yeah. I don't think
Oh,
the
the
Kung
Forbidden
Fu Trees
Alchemy.
is out yet, though. He has enough in his hand to use, like, to be able to stay in this. It really just depends on what Mikey Ruru draws.
Yeah. The problem is that Mike has 2 4/4s, which are really big,
Yeah.
and but although if he triple blocks the Denrova Horror next turn, the good thing for Kung Fu is that he's going to get to have 1 creature live, I think. Yes. Or, yeah, 1 creature live. So,
Okay.
unfortunately, he is going to counter the Forbidden Alchemy and run into a Mole Drifter.
I don't know. I'd rather let Mikey Ruru have 2 blind cards than be able to pick between
I
4
perfectly agree.
different ones there.
I don't think the 2/2 body is going to matter when you have 4 spreads and 4 lightning bolts to possibly draw.
Yeah. And even so, you're like massing everything up. You're not really going to worry about 1 or 2 of your creatures dying. Well,
I
that
know
was a
what
good
else
draw.
is really big. What is really big, Ice? Please do tell me.
Probably his
I
genitals.
won't time you out or anything depending on what you say. I can't time
won't.
out
It
Shane
depends,
because Shane's
though.
already in here.
I can actually say it. I don't have to type it out. I mean, technically, you could time me out by just like kicking me off of chat or something.
I could ban you. I could keep timing you out constantly every 1 second, like you did to me over the weekend when you were drunk.
That was great. I love that.
Okay.
So I guess you just hold up. I mean, obviously play the expedition map, and then you have the Condescend, which basically counters everything with how much mana you have right now.
The biggest thing is Shane's friendship.
That's true.
That's a good thing.
I love you all except for you, Ice, and Arctic, and Zane, and really everybody in chat. Why am I here? I hate you all.
You can get the hell out right now if you want. I don't care. Wow.
Alrighty.
In fact, you know what, Ice? You can take his spot for season 3 if we have one now.
Like you would get any viewers if it wasn't for me.
I don't. I'm not really. If it wasn't for you and well, I can't say that now because Mike and Kung Fu and everybody else is participating. I definitely know that we're not getting any viewers because of Jen.
Well, yeah, he kind of ruined everything. Like we would probably be at 100 viewers if Jen hadn't played.
I didn't say all that. I was just.
I did. I'm saying what's on your mind.
I was just friendly making fun of Jen. Jeez. I'm sorry, Jen. I didn't know that Shane would go that far.
Do I ever not go that far?
True. So while we weren't paying attention, Mike went to. I'm sorry. Yeah, Mike attacked with both of his horrors. Feels bad, man, Jen. Kung Fu is at 4, but with plenty of blockers, though.
Yeah, he's gonna have to start blocking. I think I might actually condescend this. Gosh, apparently not.
Okay. So there's a spell spray for 5, so it can counter a Mole Drifter.
Yeah.
But fortunately, he only has 3 mana and not 4.
All right.
Don't let these kids believe.
We love you, Jen. You know we're kidding.
I mean, I know I love Jen.
I don't. I lie a lot about that.
I'm not lying.
Yeah. All right.
There's one of the worst cards in this matchup. Crop rotation.
Yeah,
especially right now.
You can crop rotation for more mana for Condescend. That really doesn't do anything though.
It's Condescend, not Condense.
Condescend. Yes, Condescend. Am I saying it right? Because I usually missay words like crazy.
No, I understand why you're saying condensate, but no, it's condensate.
Condensate.
Yeah, because it sounds like condensation, but
your face condensates because of all the crying that you do.
What?
I don't even know.
Actually, that might be accurate the way that you said that. Funny enough.
So obviously Mikey Ruru is going to attack with the things. I would probably try to kill one of them and chump block the other.
You're gonna have to.
You can put, yeah. It's Boogles. No, sorry, it's Boogles. My apologies.
Oh, so now Jen's gonna be the bigger spoon when he's with you. He just confirmed it.
All right. So yeah, he definitely wants to take out one of the Denorva.
Wow, way to just not even acknowledge that, Shane. Of all the things to not acknowledge, and that's it.
I don't know what you said, to be honest. What was it?
I said Jen confirms that he's going to be the bigger spoon.
Well, I mean, yeah, I got to get to snuggle somebody. I mean,
Okay.
the warmth. Come on, why would he not be? All right, so let's get back to the match here. Draws another counter spell. That's not great. He can. No, he can't even triple block.
Murray, that's actually a pretty good point. That's
What's
actually an extreme. Murray says rotation's best role in this matchup is to sack a remote isle you play early, so you can pulse Marasov back and draw a card. That is actually quite a good play that I did not think of.
Yeah, basically.
I rarely ever see a play like that.
Ooh, it looks like Mikey Ruru drew Ghostly Flicker, which
I think this game's over.
I don't know. It's not over yet.
Well, between the fact that Mike is at 17, has a Condescend and a Ghostly Flicker, and excuse me, Kung Fu does not have enough mana to really cast anything, like all the things in his hand. I think this game's got to be over. He needs to draw a Scred right now, but he's not gonna be able to actually counter. Oh, he would actually. He would be able to counter both the Condescend and the Ghostly Flicker, but he needs to draw a Scred right now.
I think in response, I would Ghostly Flicker here, and then hold up Condescend.
Ghostly Flicker, what? The
Horror and the Prism.
Prophetic Prism.
Draw a card down
I
something.
Can see that.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that.
And it looks like he's probably going to be doing that.
I'd counter it. I don't even think I'd counter it. I think I'd just let it go. It's not worth it.
I mean, it's not great, but you don't know about him having a counterspell in hand. So with the knowledge of him not having counterspell, there's a good chance he is going to try to counter the Ghostly Flicker.
I just he's going to bounce a land, and I guess it shuts you off of double counterspell anyway, so there isn't really a point in just keeping the counterspell back. That's true.
Yeah. I mean, why hold up counterspell if you're not going to do anything with it? And Ghostly Flicker is a great, what's it called? It's a really great target for it.
The worst part about Condescend is he's going to get to Scry too. That's the bad part for Kung Fu.
Yeah, the scrying too. Like countering the counterspell, it's pretty brutal. Like being able to scry too, it's just like not hitting them while they're down or something. Hey, you can't play anything. By the way, I'm going to set up my next couple draws so you can't play anything next turn either. Also, he Ghostly Flickered the Prisms. He didn't Ghostly Flicker the Horror. Interesting. I guess he gets 2 card draws out of this. Playing the long game.
Flicker to draw 2 cards might actually... Oh, well...
I hate my life. And I'm not even playing this match. Alright. So yeah, that is probably the best draw Mikey Ruru could possibly have right now. Getting Mystical Teachings to get anything that he wants from his deck is huge.
I'm gonna be right back. So just hold down the fort for a little bit, Shane.
I will just awkwardly talk to myself then. I do that no matter what, so I'm okay with that. So I think that this match is over for Kung Fu Trees now. Being able to Mystical Teachings makes Mikey Ruru be able to get the counter spell he wants, the kill spell he wants, another Mystical Teachings. Yeah, exactly, Zane. Teachings for teachings. God, I hate that. You know what's worse than Teachings for teachings, I think? Teachings for think twice. Teachings can get you almost everything in your deck, and you just decide, you know what? I don't care what I get. I'm going to let my deck randomly decide for me. That is the worst. Let's see what he goes for, though. And I guess countering that wouldn't do much. Oh, God, he Teachings for teachings. How dare he? Well, Mikey Ruru didn't play his coveted 100 card teachings or 101 card teachings, but he does get to teachings quite a bit in this matchup. I don't know what you would go for right now. Maybe just a straight counterspell? Maybe um maybe a removal? I don't know what other removal he has in the deck though. Because if he can get the spell stutters right, holy crap, that's difficult to say, off of the board, then he wins. But I don't think that he has any actual removal pre-sideboard. Condescend. That's a good card. It worked out well enough for him last time. He has about 1,000,000 mana, and he gets a Mole Drifter. Ouch. Pulse for Mole Drifter. Yeah, that could work too. That would be a really good card. Pulse for Mole Drifter there. So right now, Kung Fu Trees is probably going to block block and then Lightning Bolt it. It'd probably just get condescended, but I don't know actually. I don't know if it's really reasonable to condescend that. Mole Drifter is a good card. Mole Drifter is probably one of the best blue cards in Pauper, so yeah, I don't see Kung Fu Trees getting out of here. It's possible game. Oh, we let it die. That's interesting. I guess he has Mystical Teachings in the graveyard to be able to flash back to get the Pulse of Rasa if he needs to. 4/4 doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess so. Him being able to get Mole Drifter and being able to just flashback Mystical Teachings is probably a lot better there. And being able to scry the two that he wants. So he's going to be able to scry, and if he tops, then that's going to be kind of brutal for him. Kind of brutal. All right, let's see what he draws here. He has Moment's Peace, which probably doesn't matter because he's at such a huge life. Oh, he found another horror. All right, well, his horror died, so might as well have another one. That's how these matches go. It seems like every time I play against an Orvotron, they just have every single Mole Drifter. I rarely see Denorva Horror. I always see like 5 Mole Drifters on the field, and I'm like, how do you do that? That's not legal. And they're like, shut up as they attack me and kill me with their 5 Mole Drifters. All right, this looks like it's going to be over for Kung Fu Trees. I don't see a way that he can get out of this with just a Spell Status, right?
Is this the same game going on?
What's that?
Is this still the same game?
It is, yes. It looks like it's about to be over. There you go.
I'd like to say thank you to Amazon for actually delivering me a package for once instead of making me go through a hassle.
Oh, what did you get me?
I didn't get you anything.
This is why we're not friends.
Oh, that's not true. I can't say that out loud on the stream. Never mind.
I was hoping you would say something there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at Mikey.
I really wanted to, actually. I really wanted to say something really lewd, but then I was like...
what is the 2 at the bottom? Or not sweetheart.
What would I do what? Redatory. What's up? Oh.
Are those Circle of Protections?
Yeah, they're blue. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, I think he's...
I know, the art is really weird for those. At least it's not the creepy mask artwork.
Oh, the mask one's really interesting.
Terrifying. I had nightmares when I saw that.
So Mike has a lot of stuff that he can bring in for this matchup. He can bring in the Circle Protection Blues if he wants. He definitely brings in the Pyroblast and the Aerial Volleys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he brings in the Dispels on the draw. He'd probably bring them in on the play. Unless he just has... How many cards does he have that he can take out is the question. He has Moment's Pieces he can take out. That's easy, so that's 3.
Not huge on those.
What is the blue-black multicolored spell? Oh, those are Denorva Horrors. Could probably take, like... I don't know.
One of those probably take out a Denorva Horror. At least one, maybe 2. It's not huge in this matchup.
The crop rotations can probably come out. They're not that great. Pulse of Marasa. Also, you could probably shave one of them.
I absolutely hate crop rotations playing against a deck with spell stutter spread. I feel so bad every time. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
gonna sacrifice my land. Is that cool? No, I'm gonna get 1/1 and screw you.
It does not feel good.
Yeah, so probably take out the crop rotation, maybe a De Novo Horror too. I could see cutting down on the Moments pieces as well. You're not really too worried about the beatdown too much on that.
I actually think blue is the worst color in Magic. Kappa. So yeah,
Did
if he,
you hold on, hold on.
what?
Did you just say Kappa?
Yes,
I don't even know what to do with you.
love me.
I don't even know why. All right, well, let's go back into talking about the sideboards.
So, from Kung Fu's position, he actually has quite a few options. He can bring in the Stormbound guys as they are good attackers.
Can you on
He can
studio
bring
mode,
in.
Zane?
Sorry, what?
I was asking Zane if he could on studio mode so I can see it a bit. There you go.
You could. Why is there a Delver in the sideboard?
Delver isn't great. I mean,
Wait, is he
Delver's
not
a good
actually playing
card.
Delvers at all?
Nope. No,
Oh,
he's playing
okay.
3. He's playing 3.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah. I actually
Um,
sideboard out Delver sometimes.
Yeah, I usually sideboard out 1 or 2 Delvers all the time, but to not start 4 is kind of interesting.
Yeah. So I would definitely bring in the relics, bring in the pyroblast.
The
Echoing
Relic,
Truth
sure.
might be okay.
Definitely bring in the Relic. You could even bring in the
Yeah.
Gorilla Shaman if you wanted to as an extra dude. I don't think that's necessary, though.
Yeah. Like,
I wonder if do you take out the Lightning Bolts in this matchup
I
and just
don't
say forget the
know.
reach?
I don't know. Maybe I could see an argument for it, but taking out lightning bolts always feels like a bad move.
Well, because you're swapping Lightning Bolts for Pyroblasts and the third Scred. Since
Yeah.
you need Scred to kill the win conditions and mnemonic walls and such.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but I don't know. Lightning bolt is such a good card. Always feel so bad anytime that I even try to. All right, so let's take a look at the opponent's hand here.
Alright,
Kung
let's
Fu
go
Trees
down
is a
the
little bit
list.
sketchy here.
So
What's that?
Murray thinks that you go down the bolts, and so does Ice. I know you don't really respect Ice's opinion, though, so I just won't even pick his.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not huge on getting
We're a real family here in
sometimes.
CBC.
Okay. This is actually a good hand. I didn't notice the Evolving Wilds and Kung Fu Trees, which why I was a little bit concerned about this hand, but with the Evolving Wilds, it's a great
I
opener.
wonder if he probably goes and gets an island because he has Gush. I have to imagine.
Yeah, but he does have 2 Pyroblasts too. I think 2 Pyroblasts might take priority over a Gush. And
Most
definitely
Delver
take
lists don't
priority.
play bolts anymore. Is that true?
Some of them. I mean, Mono Blue Delver doesn't play bolts.
What does Blue Red Delver play instead? I don't even.
Just Scred.
Look it up now.
Scred is usually good with it.
We're at the point in Pauper we're at main deck Pyroblast again. Oh god.
There are a lot of blue decks.
Here's one with 3 lightning bolts, 4 lightning bolts, 4 lightning bolts, 4 lightning bolt.
A lot of lightning bolts.
Farf plays 2 lightning bolts and a flame slash.
So
No, everybody seems to be playing lightning bolts main deck, so I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely want the island here.
I remember when I'm gonna delete that quote. I remember when Blue Red Drake was a deck and everybody started
Don't
making
delete it.
It's
Be a
not
good
true.
sport. Be a good
No,
sport. You said it. You said
I
it.
wanted to make you feel
That's
better.
it. And you said it. You said it. So legally, you're not allowed to delete it.
Actually, I guess you are better than me because although I finished way higher than you in season 1, you actually top 4 in season 2, something I have not and probably will never do.
And I beat Mikey Ruru, so I mean that's
That's definitely something I can never do.
Yeah.
I can never beat Mike.
All right, so let's see. So this is interesting. Do you think that Mikey Ruru's going for another Tron piece, or is he going to get like an island or like a Shimmering Grotto? He gets an island.
Yeah, I think that he can play it slow. I think personally that getting Tron as quickly as possible is not the way you win a matchup like this. Just because with Delver, you want to be able to react spell for spell, not just ramp out big stupid things. In your deck, obviously getting Tron is key because you want to ramp out the automatons and the Ulamog's crushers and whatnot. So
I don't really care about the automatons except for it gets me Craig, so I just want to get Craig as soon as possible. It just happens to mean that I need 7 mana for that.
Oh, that is so messed up. Now you're probably never going to draw them anymore when you really need them.
That's not true. I'm crazy lucky with Tron. Like, way too lucky with Tron.
I think you're also pretty good with Tron.
I think it's the deck I'm best with just because I play it the most. But other than that, I don't know. I know. I guess I'm the best with it personally, but I don't know if I'm good at it.
You're the only one who plays mono green Tron, Shane.
I am, and I love it. No, technically, Pauper MTG played mono green Tron, just not the same as me.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Never mind. You're right. I forgot about that.
All right. So let's take a look at Mikey Ruru's hand here. He's not getting any more Tron pieces, but he's getting land.
Wait, what? You said you'll do a 24-hour stream playing only Mystical Teachings if you're donated $100?
I did say that on my stream last night, I think. I was like, fine.
Are you out
give me $100? No, I'll be a sellout. I'm fine with being a sellout.
Wait, you have to play only Teachings for 24 hours.
But I haven't gotten $100, so no.
No crying, no being bored, no whining or anything.
I never said that. I get to whine like heck. That's literally all I was doing is like crush everybody's dreams, including myself.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Alright, so let's take a look here. Forbidden Alchemy, good card. That is one of my favorite cards.
That is quite an interesting hand for Kung Fu Trees. 2 sprites, 2 counterspells, 2 Pyroblast, and a Dispel. It's a good hand. It's just the problem here is that the later the game goes, the better it is for Mike because he'll have so much mana and his spells are so much more powerful.
Yeah.
I am not donating $100 to Shane, nor do I have $100 to donate to anybody.
Yeah, that's fine. So this is interesting for the choices here.
If you want to donate me $100, I'll gladly take it to stream. I don't care.
I think I would
definitely use the money.
It's a difficult one. I would think I would either take Prismatic or Prophetic Prism or the Mine.
I'm pretty sure I would take the Mine. Like, he has 2 blue sources, he has a black source in the Bajuka Bog.
Yeah, so it does look like
he did take the Mine.
That was just a very difficult 4 there, because all the cards could be really good. This allows him to play Ball Drifter if he wants, so doesn't look like it.
Oh, that's interesting. So, I guess he just wants his lands to come into play untapped as much as possible next turn. Oh, I see. Yeah. Right. He has a Dispel for the Mnemonic Wall. That's
and he does have 2 blue sources. 2 blue sources is pretty good here.
Yeah, he's going to run out the Spellstorm Sprite in case he draws a Ninja or something of the sort. I don't think I would counter this, but I would understand if he wants to.
I'd prohibit it. I see no problem prohibiting it right here.
I forgot. He has no red source, so he has to counter it.
Mm-hmm. Tally buyout Shane's sanity for only $100. Yeah. I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it. All right. So things aren't looking good for Kung Fu Trees. The longer this match goes on, the more favored Mikey Ruru is, especially if he gets Tron up and running.
Yeah.
Good to know that I can advertise people to donate to me for the cost of me hating myself for $100.
Hey, Ice, what would I have to do for you to donate me $100?
All right, so Prismatic Prism.
Or you can buy
Prism.
me like.
Why do I keep saying
you can buy me like
Prism?
PUBG in another game. I'll do something.
Stop trying to whore yourself out, Arctic.
No, if it's gonna work, I might as well do it.
All right, so
Prophetic Prism
is played. Lets him play Pyroblast if he needs to.
Yeah, that's actually going to change a big dynamic of the game. Actually produce good content. Wow.
Oh, that's messed up.
Zane, you know what? You know what? Forget it. I was gonna say something really mean, but I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Yeah. Ooh, he draws a De Novo horror as well.
I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
I mean, Ice, you could be kind and donate to me just for that sick burn.
I mean,
I feel
like I would
right
donate to Zane because of that sick burn.
Wow,
I'm more
thanks.
inclined to donate to Zane now because of that.
Wow, thanks, Shane. You're such a good friend.
I am. Thank you for noticing.
What has Blown Away Gamer done?
Well, I mean, the De Novo horror isn't as scary this game as it was last game, because he does have so much removal. He has the Pyroblast, Counterspell. Yeah. He has a lot more mana last time. I'll probably just try to throw out a Muldrifter here.
The big thing here is that Mike does not have Tron yet, so he's forced to kind of piss away his spells, his better spells one by one.
He's forced to play his spells on curve like us peasants.
I mean, I don't think we're all hating each other, but
no, we're hating each other.
I could say something very painful to Zayn if he wants me to.
I can say it painful to everybody because I'm a dick like that sometimes. Anyways, no, we're just joking. Anybody who's actually watching who doesn't realize we are definitely joking. We don't hate anybody. We're just messing around here because we're watching a match that I hate and my soul is slowly draining from me.
It's also mostly because you and I don't get to hang out much.
Which is good. I do that purposely. Oh, that sigh.
This is what I get for being the nice person.
Yes, exactly.
This is what I get.
All right. If Mikey Ruru draws a power plant, this is going to blow up pretty heavily. He has he has 2 blue sources, 1 black, and 1 of any color. But he looks like he keeps drawing the Mole Drifters, and I might be tempted just to keep evoking them.
I might just run one out there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he wants to use a counterspell either.
Yeah. I mean, 2, 4, 6. He has 8 mana right now without Tron. If he gets Tron, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He goes from 8 mana to 16 or 17 mana. 15. No. Yeah, 17. So he goes from 8 to 17 if he draws a power plant.
No, I'm not a nice person. I should go just off myself.
Hey, let's not joke like that. That's a little bit mean there.
That's fine.
Yeah. You know we love you, Arctic. We wouldn't pick on you if we didn't know you could handle it. 16 or 17, depending who counts. Wait, does that mean that if I actually count the mana, I get more mana? Because that would be nice. Well, that was awkward. A little bit. Oh yeah, we forgot. What does he have in his graveyard? Does he have the Forbidden Alchemy? He does. Ouch.
You have to think that he still has not found a power plant. Wow, I guess Mike really is unlucky.
He has to find one at some point. I found a map. Basically the same thing, except for the counter spells. But I don't know. Would you counter the expedition map?
No.
No.
I would not waste a counterspell or a pyroblast on the map. I don't think he's going to get power plant eventually. You can't really stop the inevitable from happening.
True.
You're basically trying to stop water from flowing downhill if you're doing that.
Well, this is going to get out of hand very quickly. I don't know how Kung Fu Trees can actually get out of this. Mikey Ruru has every single spell he could possibly want. He has every color he could possibly want.
Well, no, he only has he's a little limited on colors. And there's only a few spells that Kung Fu Trees really gives a crap about. And also, if he gets to flip this Delver, he's going to get in for 5 next turn and bring Mike down to 7, and then he's on a pretty good clock.
Yeah, true. Looks like he's going to go with the Mole Drifter here.
Which that's probably going to be a counterspell.
Yeah. It's a tough choice. You have a choice between the Wall, the Horror, and the Mole Drifter. Each one could be really good, depending on what Kung Fu Trees has in his hand. And I think I would probably start out with the Pyroblast, just because you have like double blue spells like Counterspell and stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, if he has his own Pyroblast, you can't Pyroblast a Pyroblast. Technically, you can, actually. It just won't do anything. Alright, Oh, he lets it resolve. That's interesting. Why do you think he let that resolve there?
What is in the graveyard for him to return, even? Anything relevant?
I guess
so. Well, there's Prohibit, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's counterspells. What does it look like? What is he getting right now?
I think the big thing is oh, well, that... Okay, well... that's an issue.
Yeah, Aerial Volley is... Hey, you know that Delver that you were hoping was going to flip? Doesn't matter anymore. Do you even want it to flip now?
It's not going to flip this turn.
Yeah, I mean, even if you do, it's just going to be Aerial Volleyed.
No, it's not going to flip because nobody ever blind flips Delvers.
I blind flipped a Delver back in the days. By back in the days, I mean like...
A Delver out of how many?
You could never flip it when you actually want to flip it.
Yeah.
Alright, so he can only get in with the Spell Stutter now. No point in attacking with the Augur Boluses since they just get blocked. And Delver would just be eaten by the Seagate Oracle.
This is just...
Ooh, Painted Bluffs is good.
Unfortunately, it's really just not looking good anymore for Kung Fu.
Oh yeah, definitely. Once he got the power plant, I don't see how Kung Fu Trees could really come back from here. Oh, it's gonna play out the Norval Horror. This has to have a counterspell. And I mean, technically, Kung Fu Trees would win the counterfight. He goes to spell. He goes to spell fit of the spell. He Pyroblasts it, then he counters it. Or it's just gonna let it go. That works too.
The problem is the more power spells he lets through, the worse it's going to be.
Yeah, true. Alright, well, he's gonna counter the Mole Drifter as well. But it looks like he's using the Dispel for that. Do you go for the Pyroblast here? I don't know if you want to waste your last counterspell on that.
Yeah, I'm not
especially
really sure
since you have another one.
Slowly but surely, Kung Fu is dealing with as much as he can.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he has to deal with a lot more here. Alright, plays a second Mole Drifter. Getting the 2 draw cards. Gets in another Denarva Horror and a Pyroblast. Ouch. Those are great cards to get there.
It's just constantly looking worse and worse.
Every single spell that Mikey Ruru draws is making this look worse.
It really is. I mean, look at that. He has a Wrath of God and Aerial Volley. He has 2 Pyroblasts, a big win condition. I mean, unfortunately, it's really just not... Even, like, that Ninja really doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's not like he can attack. Also, he didn't crack his Evolving Wilds last turn.
Yeah, I guess he's saving it for Brainstorm.
Yeah. Also, I want to complain that I was cheated out of my game against Kung Fu Trees because on his list, he says he runs 2 Terramorphic Expanses, but apparently he's running 2 Evolving Wilds instead. So technically, he's cheating. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm going
to throw it out there that I'll allow it.
Ouch. If I did that, you would disqualify me right away. I'm hurt.
I mean, I wish I could have disqualified you from day one. I just didn't do it for people.
I wish I would have just went back in time and not had you play. Judge, exactly. If this was at a competitive tournament, he would be out because, yeah. And I don't really think that there's any way the Kung Fu Tree can come back from here.
I got to enforce a mercy rule at some point.
I don't know. If he is the exactly. So I was cheated out of this, so I'm not saying that I lost yet. I'm just saying that it was rigged against me.
I'm not replaying it.
No, it's not a replay. I just went automatically the whole time.
Well, the problem is I can't put you up against Mike because you would just beat Mike. I have to give Mike a chance.
That's true, yeah. We do have to give Mike a chance there. He's kind of scared of facing me, so.
Although then again, it is you, so how the hell would you ever beat a good player?
I beat him once. Shut up. Alright, so Kung Fu Trees is going to use all of his resources to fight this mnemonic wall, but it's not going to be enough.
Oh,
Mikey Ruru
Zach.
has one too many.
Hey, Zach, I didn't even know you were in here.
Alright, yeah, so that's... I mean, if I was Kung Fu Trees, I'd probably scoop by now. I would probably scoop by now, especially with getting the mnemonic wall back up.
He's been here for 10 minutes. I haven't even looked at the chat for like the past 10 minutes.
What do you think that Kung Fu Trees can draw to get back in this? Is there anything he could draw?
He needs a running draw of spells, and then even then he needs every single card on the top of
yeah, I
Mike's
think
deck to
Gush.
be lands.
I think Gush would probably have been the best draw there. But other than that, nothing looked good.
Zane, you have to understand, I saw your name in the chat, decided that the chat was being irrelevant, and didn't look at it anymore.
I saw you start talking, so I was like, I don't care anymore. What's the point? Alright, so swing in with 6. I mean, I'd probably take the 6. Yeah, it looks like he's going to. There's no reason to block just yet.
I don't know about that,
really
Ice.
much you
I don't
can
think there's much of a delay on the stream, but there could be.
It depends on where you're at. Some people get it very, very, very quickly. Some people have either bad internet or further away. So I'd say the average for me, usually, I think right now, because I'm looking over at my other screen, it's probably about 5 to 10 seconds. That might be because I have like a lot of things running right now.
The other problem with Kung Fu's comeback right now is his creatures roll 1/1s and 2/2s, trying to fight 2/2s and 4/4s.
Which is why you should play Mono Green Tron, where all of your creatures, except for a couple of them, are like 7/7s. There's no 7/7s in that deck. Never mind. Get
better internet then, Zane. I mean, you're trying to do this for a living. Get good, son.
He has a lot. He's like streaming it. He's on Skype. He's doing a lot. I don't think that even with like great internet, there's not going to be a small or
no,
like.
I meant for his stream when he's not doing a lot.
Oh yeah. Well, he lives in New York. I don't know how good internet New York is.
Oh, internet sucks. It's terrible.
All right, guys. I'm interested in chat right now. So I am going to say a code word, and then when you hear the code word, type it into chat. Okay? That will show how long the delay is for you, and I want to see how long the delay is for everyone. Okay?
Code words is Shane Things.
All right. Apparently, the code word is Shane Things. Go, go, go! Shut up, Zane. You're not part of this.
Zane just said it instantly.
All right. So. Looks like more than 5 seconds, or maybe people are just really slow at typing, or maybe people are just really ignoring typing. What's that?
I'm gonna guess the really slow typing or ignoring part.
Yeah, Jen. All right. Looks like people are getting there. So wow, it's actually a pretty long one for most people.
Like 20 seconds.
Yeah, 15 seconds or 20 seconds. That's quite a bit. Oh,
it's quite unfortunate.
Yeah, it's all good. So let's go ahead and go back to the match here. I mean, he's chipping away one by one, technically. He is.
I mean, Kung Fu's at 4 and eventually going to run out of things to block with.
Yeah. Twitch average is actually 12. Oh, okay. Mine is usually pretty quick for some reason. Like, mine is usually like maybe 10 or 5 to 10 seconds for some people. It's weird.
I don't know what server Zane is streaming to, so maybe that's the problem.
Well, I mean, I have 100 download and upload, or I don't know whichever one is with that.
I have 100 down in like 50 or so.
Okay. So Kung Fu Trees has a 7-turn clock. If it weren't for the fact that Mikey has aerial volley and pyroblast.
Ice, what are you talking about? Like, it's not my problem.
You suck that, Arctic.
I'm not the one causing the problem. Why should I have to suck it? If I'm wrong,
I don't know about that. You're causing all sorts of problems for everybody.
If I'm wrong, that's bad for you guys, not me. I'm not the one who actually has to watch the broadcast. I'm the one who has to produce it.
Ouch. Be nice to your viewers, Arctic. Wow. That was just mean. How dare you talk to our viewers like that?
You have literally told Ice he is irrelevant at least 10 times today, just in the past hour.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because he's from my chat. I can say that to them. It's the law.
What are you talking about? Ice is like one of the oldest watched people in this in CPC history. He's been here since like day one.
All right. Yeah, so Zane has to go, which means that this is probably going to cut out pretty soon if he decides to do that.
Probably.
All right, so it looks like Mikey Ruru does take that match, so it's going to be 1-0 in Mikey Ruru's favor right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the deck list really quick. We have
Trees' blue-red Delver deck taken down. We all thought was his bread and butter. I mean,
he didn't get there fast enough. He didn't get there fast enough, so
actually 10 times in the last hour is pretty average for me. Damn.
All right, so what does Kung Fu Tree have left? He has.
Dude, I would love some corn bread right now.
I'm actually pretty hungry myself. So he has Is It Blitz and he has Sonorbitron himself, and it looks like
this is Kung Fu's list, right? So
yes,
I mean Kung Fu can run this back against Blue Red Delver. The problem is his list not as well built to beat a Blue Red Delver deck as Mikey Ruru's is.
Yeah. So I guess it depends. What do you think Mikey Ruru's going to lead off on? Is he going to try the Boros or is he going to try
Mike's on the draw? If Mike's on the draw, he'll probably lead off with, I have to imagine, Boros.
Yeah, I would think
actually,
so.
No. Yeah, I have to imagine Boros because Kung Fu's more likely to... Well, I don't know because I don't know if it's better to lead off on the player of the draw with Tron, knowing you have Is It Blitz. Because Is It Blitz is better to lead out on the play. The problem is It Blitz probably has a worse matchup against Boros. I think we're honestly right now going to see Is It Blitz against Blue Red Delver. Is what I think we're going to see.
I mean, Is It Blitz is a pretty good deck. It's actually it's not completely Is It Blitz. It's like Thermal Alchemist kind of Is It Blitzing. Yeah, it's not like the regular one.
It's kind of a weird hybrid between Blue Red Thermo Control and Is It Blitz.
Yeah. So I don't know though. If he plays Is It Blitz, then and let's say Mikey Ruru plays Kodaltho Boros, that is a horrible matchup for him.
Yeah,
I would definitely give it to Kodaltho Boros there.
The big thing is that historically, Tron is known to be a very bad matchup for Kodaltho Boros, and one of the people that says that constantly is Mike himself. So.
Yeah, I mean, if we're thinking that, then I could see Mikey Ruru starting with Delver next. He is up a game, so he's probably not too worried about stuff like that.
We all know one thing about Michael Ruru. He is the luckiest Magic player alive.
I'm better than him? Oh, that's how it works.
Possibly that too. But whatever he picks, he's going to get really lucky with. So technically, it probably shouldn't matter what he picks here.
I mean, he I wouldn't call him lucky. I would call him hacking the MTGO, as we learned a couple weeks ago that he does.
Hey, Matt guy. So Shane got destroyed, and right now
I
Kung
did
Fu is
not. I
down.
played well.
Right
I
now,
think.
Kung Fu is down a match against Michael Ruru.
Yes.
By the
So
way, Matt guy,
Matt guy, you don't have to fight me.
if you win next week, you better get a way to have Skype or something, because I'm gonna want to do an actual interview with you.
Yes, Kung Fu Tree won against me with an illegal deck. That is
Or
technically
Discord.
correct.
Discord's also a thing. Either way, just have a mic ready.
Yeah. So technically, Kung Fu Tree beat me with an illegal deck.
Oh,
Just saying. I'm going to cause a riot.
We're losing viewers because of you in this disqualification crap. I have no idea why.
What did you say?
Zane said that's why. And I said I have no idea why.
Well, yeah. Exactly. That's the only reason I lost. He submitted an illegal deck with...
No. But I said you keep complaining about disqualifications. Oh. That's why we're losing viewers. And then Zane was quick to say that's why of all reasons.
Because it's totally not that we're not playing Magic yet and that we're talking about random bullcrap. Of course not.
I mean, Zane would know about not having viewers, but...
What are you talking about? He has like a crazy amount of viewers right now. He's doing really good. I know you're trying to diss him and everything, but it's not working because he's doing fantastic with streaming right now.
Props to you, Zane. Wait, Zane, you're streaming right now on your own channel too?
No, not right now. What are you talking about?
That's what you just said.
No, I said he's doing great at streaming.
I know.
Like right now, not like right now, but in general. So it looks like the lag is so real. Most players server MTGO today. Oh, so MTGO is probably a bit laggy because so many people are trying to play the new set.
Oh, the pre-release events? Sure.
I can see that actually because when I was playing, when I played my lands, it took a bit to get onto the field and took a bit for me to F2. So I can definitely see that.
Fair enough. So, I mean, we'll get things going. It might just take like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes or something.
It's all good. So, what do you guys think in chat? What do you think Mikey Ruru is going to be playing next? And what do you think Kung Fu Trees is playing next?
There are some days where Zane does not have many viewers.
Yeah, it happens to everybody though. It doesn't really matter that much. That just happens. More viewers than you or myself could get combined.
I don't even stream, so.
Exactly.
I get 0 viewers.
Exactly. So technically I was correct.
I mean, yes. Between the two of us, we get like, what, 12 viewers?
I get like 20-something. Sometimes I average around 20-something. So Mikey Ruru, Blue Red Delver, and Kung Fu Trees Blitz.
On a bad night, Zane gets like tripled up.
I could see the Blitz versus Blue Red Delver. I think that I might give it to Blitz if it's Blitz versus Blue Red Delver. Depends on how the draw is and how much Tron versus Tron. I don't think that's possible because Mikey Ruru has not submitted to Tron list. But then again, we all know that he hacks Magic the Gathering Online, so he submits Blue Red Delver and for some reason keeps drawing Tron lands. That would make sense. All right, so it looks like we're very close to starting here. So we'll be able to see exactly who's playing who. We'll see if you guys' predictions are correct, except for Ice, who's wrong, and I hate him.
I don't know. Just go with it.
Should have played 3 Tron decks. Yeah, play Denorvatron, play Marasatron.
I wouldn't have allowed it. So
Mono Green Tron.
I wouldn't have allowed it.
Well, okay, so it looks like Mikey Ruru's kind of stuck right now. He joined the game, but we're waiting for... Here, I'm going to close Magic the Gathering Online for myself, just so that way you guys have more of it. So, because I'm not taking up Magic the Gathering, you get more Magic the Gathering. I think that's how it works.
So, are you saying that you're the reason why Magic Online is lagging?
Yes. So now that I quit...
Apparently.
Yeah, I had it open, so now that I closed it, some other person gets more Magic the Gathering. That's how it works. It's a distributed property, I think. We do apologize for the wait here. We are currently waiting for Magic the Gathering to not fail miserably, which happens quite often, actually, from what I've heard.
What a quality program.
Shane DDoSing. Yes, exactly. Let me go and turn off my scripts that are currently DDoSing Magic the Gathering online.
I would not say that out loud. I just wouldn't even said that out loud.
Yes, because that's totally what I'm doing right now, and they totally would be able to check. Oh, nice.
So I was right that they are going with Is It Blitz and Blue Red Delver, where
Heather Tori was correct as well there. Good choice.
Where Mike is going to have a very, very huge leg up on this matchup. Yeah. I think that Blue Red Delver is very favored here.
I could see that. I think it depends on how quick Kung Fu Trees can get there. He's on the draw, so if he's able to get a red source off of this Ponder in order to play the Fiend next turn, or maybe just straight elusive Spellfist. That's a good card as well.
He has no red land though. Yeah, he shuffled away, I believe.
Oh, does he? Ah. Well, I might not have, because if you play an elusive Spellfist, well, you still don't have the Temur Battle Rage, so I can definitely see that.
The Spellfist isn't going to do much with no red mana, although I guess in this case being able to go double Temur Battle Rage over the course of 2 turns would have been very good.
Yeah. So it looks like he's going to get Taxium Probe using mana, which you rarely ever see anybody do. But I don't think he would do anything with the blue mana anyways, so might as well.
It doesn't already cost 1 mana. Yeah.
Yeah. Mikey Ruru's hand is pretty good here. He can draw another card next turn with the Miscreant and play Evolving Wilds, or he can keep up Spell Status, right? Both good cards. They're both kind. Ooh. Well. Now that changes things. Although I don't think it's going to resolve because he has Counterspell, he has Spell Stutter Sky, and he has another Counterspell.
Spell Stutter what?
Spell Stutter. I can't say words. You know this. What did I say? Did I say Spell Stutter Sprite or something?
You know, I should also point out that when I said Zane knows about not having viewers, I meant to say Shane, and then I quickly couldn't do anything because you responded with it. And I was like, I'll just roll with Shane.
Oh, yeah, no.
Zane gets like 50 to 100 viewers all the time, so it doesn't even make a difference. He's not going to get upset.
Viewers, what are those?
I always say Zane and Shane, like, what is the difference in your guys' names? Like, how many letters?
A Z and an S and an H?
Is that it? No wonder
There's a huge difference.
Not a huge difference.
That is at least 15-letter difference.
How do you know there isn't really an H in Zane's name? It's just silent.
Because I've seen his actual name written out before.
You've seen his actual birth certificate?
Yes, I have. I stole it. All right, so it looks like it's going to be getting in with Fairy Miscreant here. So what he can actually do, if he draws another red source... Oh, okay, that works too. Let's see if that baits out the Spell Status right now.
I have to imagine it does.
Yeah. It does. So that means he's free to play his Killing Fiend next turn?
What is really unfortunate is that he's now constrained on blue mana. Unless he draws a third one, he can't actually cast a spell and a counter spell in the same turn. Having 2 Kiln Fiend there, though, with Gush is really, really good.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And also having 2 Temur Battle Rages. So attack with Bolt, Gush, get them 4/2s, then get them 7/2s, both with Double Strike.
Technically, he actually has 2 lethal creatures on board right now.
That's terrifying.
Oh my god.
This is what I'm saying. That isn't Blitz can blitz basically. Just I have nothing on board. Oh, you're dead.
I think we're all hoping right now that Mike just plays like a useless Fairy Miscreant right now.
What jokes? No, doesn't. I mean, that makes sense. What's the point of? I don't know. That's
You
I
guys
assume
gotta tell us which joke you're talking about.
it's something that I said because my whole life is a joke. So it looks like
You know
he's
one of my
going to
favorite
be playing.
Oh,
He's
and
playing.
if
What's
if Kung Fu goes for it, the game's actually over right now.
Yeah, unless he draw. I don't even know what can he draw.
I think Kung Fu is gonna go for it because I think the way Kung Fu sees it is like if he gets untapped with double blue, he's probably not gonna win.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely go for it. Like, doesn't matter like what happens. He doesn't have a counterspell, which means, well, I'm going to murder him. Punt. And Mikey Ruru knows that he is basically dead.
Wait, what is it based off of Legacy Infect Shell with light counters?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sorry. And what joke, Zach? Like there were like 5 jokes in between the last 30 seconds.
Probably.
Is it the birth certificate joke?
All of them. They're all bad.
Is
Everything
it
that we said.
Zane's name joke, like
Every single joke that we have said since we have been doing this, it's been horrible.
you know what's really
Every
funny?
single one. What's that?
You know what's really true about me?
Hating life.
Oh, that's true too. But I don't never need to celebrate April Fools because my whole life is already a joke.
Haha, that's sad.
Zane one with no viewers. Yeah, but it wasn't meant for Zane. I said Zane when I meant Shane. I actually do that all the time. I'll say Shane's name to Zane when I say Zane's name to Shane. I've been doing that since day one. I met them by accident.
Pretty sure that's racist there. I'm a bit upset at that.
First of all, it's Arctic, not Arctic. Second of all,
okay, you cannot say that because you misspell that all the time as well. Do not get on chat for something that you misspell.
When have I ever misspelled my own name?
We were doing the CPC last time, and then you spelt it Arctic without the without the other C.
What the hell are you talking about? When did I ever misspell it?
You've done that at least once. I remember last one. Anyway.
Yeah, once maybe when I was like
all right,
typing
so
fast.
the game is now over. Who knew that double Killing Fiend and double Teamer Battle Rage would be good? I would never have thought. All right.
Great, now Zach's doing it and doing the go deep joke. and now Ice is doing it. At least Goblin Guy spelled it right.
All right, let's go ahead and look at the sideboard. This is the sideboard of Kung Fu Treats. Is it Blitz?
Be quiet, Zane. You would agree with Shane just to piss me off no matter what he said.
I mean, I do that anyways. So let's look at the sideboard. What do you think he's bringing in? Do you like the Hydroblast here for Is It Blitz?
To counter Pyroblast?
Like bring in Hydroblast?
You know, it's not a bad idea, but I don't think it's great. I mean, obviously you're bringing in the Pyroblast. You're probably bringing in Dispels. I don't even know if you bring in the Gut Shot.
I'm iffy on that. I would definitly bring in Electrickery. I could see bringing in Stormbound Geist as well.
I would know. What the hell? I'm going to Google Arctic right now.
All right, let's focus on the sideboard really quick while we're waiting.
It even says, "Did you mean Arctic?"
They're trolling you, Arctic. They're trolling you, Arctic. Come on.
I know.
Right.
Knowing Kung Fu, I guarantee he'll bring in Deep Analysis.
Yeah. I could see Stormbound Geist doing okay as well. But it depends on if you want to just go hard or if you want to just kind of play the controlling thing there. Can we take a look at Mikey Ruru's sideboard for Blue-Red Delver, I believe? Let's see what he has in the board.
Not much for this type of matchup, I don't think.
I don't know. He has Pyroblast.
He's got Hydroblast and he's got Pyroblast. I don't think the Swirling Sandstorms are going to come in. They're very, very slow. Electrickery doesn't really do much.
No.
I think it's just the 6 blasts, which, to be fair, they are 6 1-mana counter or removal spells.
Yeah, the Hydroblasts are literally kill everything on the board except for Delvers, and the Pyroblast is counter most things and kill most things as well.
Send pics of what?
All right, let's go ahead and jump back into the match here.
Oh my god, I'm so afraid right now.
Ooh, Kung Fu Tree's hand is not great here.
No, it's going to be an instant mulligan. As where Mike's hand is slow, but it's not terrible.
And that's saying the same thing for Kung Fu Tree now. It's slow, but it's not terrible, but it's really not great. So then I guess next turn, Mikey Ruru can't fetch. Or next turn he can't get in, like, fetch with the Ash Barons and play a Bolas, so he's probably going to get a mountain here, then cycle the Ash Barons for an island so we can preordain next turn. Seems like a good play there. Yeah, looks like it's what we're going to do. What's that?
You got the mountain before he got the island, which is a good play because now he gets to cycle the Ash Barons to get an island and preordain the same turn.
Yep. If you're not going to be able to play Bolas, so that way you can ninja, you might as well get some preordain out of it.
Yep.
If Kung Fu Trees draws a creature such as a Killing Fiend or something, it's not even that great right now. Mikey Ruru has Scred, he has Pyroblast. I think probably, well, no, I was going to say the Cyclops might be best, but he has Pyroblast for that, so that's not really great either. So this hand, I think, favors Mikey Ruru right now, but it could easily go either way.
Well, without a threat, it's not looking too good for Kung Fu. Although, it's pretty awkward here because you can't really play Augur of Bolas when you need lands.
Yeah. I mean, I probably would have Faithless looting if I was Kung Fu Trees. Just because you have 2 Gushes, you don't have 2 islands, so getting rid of a Gush and a Deep Analysis isn't that bad.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if not Faithless looting here for what. I mean, the only reason is I guess you want to keep either all the cards in your hand or you want to use Electricity, which I don't know if you're really getting anything out of.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any 1/1s on the board right now, so I wouldn't really see that it's being too good there. Found a Killing Fiend.
Yeah, but with Hydro and Pyro in hands.
Yeah, but you don't know that, so I would probably pull it out. Or
you're definitely going to run it out there.
Yeah. Then maybe save Faithless Looting or something for if it survives, which we know it won't. Now, do you kill it on your turn if you're Mikey Ruru? Or do you just get rid of it as soon as possible?
I think I'd much rather kill it on my own turn. Just in case. Well, I guess he knows that he's not running Apostle's Blessing or anything, but he could have Dispels or anything in his hand. And I don't think you want to fight over it if you don't have to.
Yeah, and you get to get in with Augur, Bolas, and your Ninja, which are pretty good. If he decides to Ninja in, which I definitely can see him doing. That is also true.
I did not notice the Ninja in his hand.
Yeah.
I imagine he's going to use it.
Oh, I thought he was about to cast Gush there. I was like, oh, that's weird. Nah, looks like he's going for the Ninja here, which is good Who won the first game? It was Kung Fu Trees, right?
Yes. No, yeah.
The first game in this match, yeah. But so Mikey Ruru is up a match, but in this match, Kung Fu Tree's up a game. That sounds confusing. All right. Oh, that was what. Did he play a land this turn? I don't think so. So I could see Gushing, because if nothing else, you can play an Augur or Bolas, and then play out the another land here. Yep, looks like that's what he's going to do. Oh, drawing 2 lands is not great off of that.
Incoming Mike complaining about being unlucky. And 3, 2, 1.
Nope. You failed that countdown.
Well, we can't hear him if he is, so.
I mean, that's just how Magic goes, though. Sometimes when you need the land, it's there. Sometimes when you don't need the land, it's there, too. Sometimes when you just need to not accidentally play a Bajugabog instead of a Basilica, it happens. Can't get mad at it. Yeah, that's true. Mikey Ruru is always unlucky. He's probably the unluckiest person in
Mike's
Magic.
hand is full of uncommons.
So he's cheating too?
Zach's not necessarily wrong.
How is everybody cheating? Kung Fu Trees is playing Terramorphic Expanse instead of Evolving Wilds. Mikey Ruru's playing uncommons instead of commons. I'm hurt. This tournament is rigged. All right. So that means Mikey Ruru and Kung Fu Trees are disqualified, right? So now it's only what's it called,
Sure,
Math
sure.
Guy and myself up and running.
You know what? I'm going to disqualify Math Guy too, just because.
No, I don't want you to
reason.
just give me the win. I want it to be regular. So let's see if Math Guy plays any uncommons or his deck lists are the same. We'll see. We'll see.
I cheat in pre-release, too much pride. What the hell?
Yeah. There you go, Redder Tori. There you go. I was close. If anyone cares. I care, obviously. It's the only reason that I lost.
You sure that's the only reason you lost?
Only reason whatsoever. Can't tell me different. So Mikey Ruru's hand right now is just gas. Like 2 Lightning Bolt to Scred, Pyroblast, Hydroblast, and Counterspell. There's no way Kung Fu Trees is even going to be able to get a stick a creature. It's just going to murder them all. Right.
Mike's hand is nothing but good cards in this matchup.
Yeah.
It is literally straight up nothing but removal and or counterspells.
It's pretty good. Seems pretty good. All right, so it's going to go and Gush here.
People want to know when you're playing.
What's up?
People, like Gobbly Guy wants to know when you're playing.
Oh, I already played. I won because Kung Fu Trees was disqualified for using Evolving Wilds instead of Terramorphic Expanses, like in its deck list.
Oh my god.
And then Mikey Ruru's disqualified here because he's using uncommons. So next week it'll be me versus Math Guy. Right? That's what happened so far. If you haven't seen Gobbly Guy, pretty sure that's what's happening. For real, so I lost to Kung Fu Trees. So Kung Fu Trees is currently playing Mikey Ruru to see who plays Math Guy next week. Okay, well, running out 2 creatures right now is pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, sadly they're just gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, everything's going to die on the board, but at least you're getting out the removal spell from his hand.
True. That's very true.
All right. Yeah, man, you can't have uncommons in your list, Math Guy. I mean, if you do, go ahead and have uncommons. It'll give me the Community Pauper Challenge Championship two seasons in a row. All right, so Ponder was a great draw for Mikey Ruru here. Oh, into Gush? You're just a horrible person, aren't you?
I think the only reason I hate watching this Board Delver deck is it takes so long to actually win the game.
Because everything is a 1/1.
Yeah, everything is a 1-power creature except for Ninja.
Yeah, like literally everything. There was no creature in his deck that isn't 1 power except for Ninja.
So it's literally 7 turns from now the game will be over. Unless that Electrickery gets through. Which, knowing Mike, it probably will let it go through just to torture us.
Actually, I think that if he brought in Stormbound Geist, technically that's a 2/2. Or not technically, that is. But it only depends on if he brought it in or not. Delver, Snow-Covered, probably Island, and Thermal Alchemist. I'd keep Thermal Alchemist. And then if he hasn't played... Oh, he has played land. I was going to say, if he hasn't played land, he can play out 2 Thermal Alchemists.
And there's another creature that's going to die to Scred.
Yep. And he has 5 lands right now, so every single creature Kung Fu Tree has dies to Shred. Good thing he didn't.
Pretty
Well, no,
much.
Gush wouldn't have mattered either way. No, Gush would have. If he would have Gush, he would have had only 3 cards on, or 3 lands on the board, so he would have had to wait a turn to Gush or to Scred. But then he also has Lightning Bolt and Pyroblast, so not that huge of a deal. All right, down to 12. Got a 6-turn clock still going. Okay, Delver's an interesting draw. I mean, he just goes Thermal Alchemist, and Delver, probably. And that would make it so Mikey Ruru doesn't have all of the removal anymore. He can kill off 2 of the things, or he could kill off 2 and counter 1. Or he can just gush into every answer that he needs, like will probably happen. Mikey get a hard cast gush. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good to do, especially in a Scred deck.
I think I've only ever hard cast Gush once in my life. I was
I've
very
cast it a
ashamed of
couple
it.
times.
I was very ashamed.
Yeah. Also, Kung Fu Trees is helping everybody out by deep analyzing himself, so that way he loses quicker if he
Oh,
does.
thank God.
You're welcome. Also,
Now,
Mikey does
the
have
big
Lightning
thing-
Bolt, so...
One big thing, though, is that, no, Mike, why did you use it on that instead of his face? God dang it.
And we have one more match. Actually, if Mikey Ruru or if Kung Fu Tree wins this, we have to go to match 3, which is going to be Boros versus Tron.
Yep. Another match that will take years.
Oh, I like Mikey Ruru's thing if that's Dex playing. I would give the advantage to because it's Monarch Boros.
Actually, you know what? That might be true. I've never actually played Monarch Burrows against Urzatron myself.
Oh, if you get a Monarch out against Controltron, it's crazy good.
Yeah.
That's probably the main reason it's being so popular, because there's so many Tron decks out there. The teaching's Trons, so... let's see if Delver flips. Not going to matter if it does. It's going to die no matter what, but... Nope.
Delvers never flip.
Alright, Kung Fu Trees is going to Gush here. Monarch is terrible against Tron. Really? I found it to be pretty good when I played against Tron. I could be wrong. Oh, okay, apparently I'm wrong. I found it really good from the matches that I played against Tron with Monarch. Yeah, okay. I'll trust you guys more than me, because I suck. So I'm just talking from experience instead of actually thinking about things. Alright, so he does get a Killing Fiend, which will die. And he probably going to play out his other Thermal Alchemist. Spell Stutter. Oh, no, he has Counterspell. Never mind, he's good.
Yeah.
I was like, that could be a blowout.
It's
but he
amazing
has
how that
Counter-
Electrickery actually mattered all these turns later.
Right.
Although it's going to counter it, at least it almost did something.
If only Kung Fu Trees had another Counterspell. That would have been a crazy good.
Yeah.
Alright, plays out the Thermal Alchemist here. Things are not looking great for Kung Fu Trees. I mean, that's the problem with having such an all-in plan, such as Is It Blitz? If you don't win in the first couple turns against a control-ish type deck, it's really, you start having the disadvantage really, really quickly.
Well, it's particularly bad against a deck that gets value out of having both Hydro and Pyroblast.
Yeah.
'Cause you literally have 6 one-mana spells that say, do it all.
Yeah. And Hydroblast and Pyroblast are so good against Is It Blitz. They kill off so many of the creatures.
I'd really appreciate it right now if Mike could just find bolts off of his gush right now.
He'll win on his own time. Looks like he's gushing. Oh, he's gonna see if he can hit a ninja here. So he's gonna gush with the 2 cards to see if he hits a ninja. I cannot almost stop hiccuping. No, but he does find a bolt. But that he can't cast yet.
Actually, Mike's kind of naked right now. He doesn't have anything.
Unfortunately, Kung Fu Tree doesn't have much either. He can deep analysis. He can faithless looting. Other than that, there's not really much he can do.
Still does not flip the Delver.
Yeah. Alright, so faithless looting, probably keep a ponder, ditch a couple lands.
Seems just like it.
I don't know how Kung Fu Trees can get out of this, though. Oh, that's a shuffle.
I don't think there is a way.
Yeah.
Preordain. Okay.
You can keep looking. Nope.
Nope, I mean, that's not the correct 1-mana spell.
Yeah.
Didn't you shut
another mutagenic growth? Nice. And that looks like it's going to be game. He doesn't have a counterspell for the bolt, so if Mikey Ruru just straight bolt him, then he's gone.
No, he doesn't know that Mike has the bolt, so according to him, he still has one more turn.
Yeah. And a Pyroblast. Another Pyroblast, I mean. Assume you just go for it. He only has a mountain up. So he doesn't have just any
getting in the damage first.
For the lightning bolt. Yeah. If he had a blue mana up, I might hold off on it since you're so ahead, but with only having red bolt, then yeah, definitely. Alright, let's go back to sideboard. Let's see. This is currently match 2. So it's game 3 of match 2. Mikey Ruru is up a match and they're tied in match 2. This is so confusing. Why did we do this?
I don't know.
Looking for Electrickery. Yeah, Electrickery would have been pretty good there. Get your old 2-for-1. Alright, so we are currently looking at Mikey Ruru's list right now. Do you change anything being on the draw instead of being on the play? Anything that could make it quicker? Yeah.
I highly. I mean, I don't think you can make the deck quicker, personally.
Yeah. I mean, if he had Stormbound Geist in, which I don't think he did, might maybe take it out.
I don't think there's a reason in bringing it in. That's the thing.
I mean, on the if you're playing is it Blitz that runs Delvers, it's a very good blocker for Delver. Other than that, it's not good. Yeah, so I can definitely he probably didn't bring it in the first place, which is why I said if he did have it, which yeah. But definitely keep it in the Hydroblast, Pyroblast. We didn't see Swirling Sandstorm. Yeah, I think that you mentioned that could be probably too slow. So because in order to do anything with it, you have to have a threshold, which 7 in the bin. I don't think that'll work out. So let's go ahead and head back to the match here. Yeah.
Wow, these hands. Mike's hand is actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mike's hand is a keep.
Kung Fu's hand is
a little bit iffy.
Not as good.
Yeah.
I can understand if he keeps it because he only needs 1 red land to do certain things. Yeah, he does.
If he gets a red land, I mean, he got a red land last game or the first game of this match and got there.
Mike does not just get a land right off the bat. He's going to have to work for
it. You are so salty about how... Oh, there you go. Kung Fu Tree's got it. You're so salty about how Mikey Ruru draws cards.
What? Everybody is. It's not just me.
Alright, so let's see what we have.
Oh, he didn't get one. He draws a Ponder. I think he's probably going to preordain first, though.
Yeah. I could see him Fairy Miscreant just to get the card draw, but I would definitely probably Ponder.
I guess you could be scared of Kiln Fiend because you could just die next turn.
Yeah. I wouldn't attack if nothing else. I mean, we know that he won't be able to. He only has a Lightning Bolt to do anything.
I would be so greedy and just go Ponder. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I approve of the greed.
I mean, that's not greedy. That's looking so you can play your cards. I would see it as greedy if he Fairy Miscreant. That gets him a card draw and a creature, and if he draws a land, that your greed pays off. Pondering, it's a safe play there.
I don't think that's greedy. I think that's just wrong. But
yeah. I could definitely see him Hydroblasting the Killing Fiend instead, though. That will probably be the safest play, followed by Pondering for land, followed by playing a Fairy Miscreant just to see if you get the luck of the draw.
Taking a little bit to choose his cards. I have to imagine that means he's not shuffling.
Yeah, going off.
So
it's a card.
We know he's not going to die easily.
We don't know yet.
Well,
it depends on what Kung Fu Tree. Yeah.
Yeah, I say easily because he has to get a cantrip into a Timber Battle Rage.
Yeah. If he gets a cantrip, or if he gets a Gush, could possibly get him there.
Well, he could go like cantrip into probe / gush into Timber Battle Rage, and he'd win the game.
Yeah.
Oh no, he wouldn't, because that would only be. Oh yeah, yes, it would be 22 damage, right?
I don't know. Math is hard.
It'd be 20 damage, and he could block. So actually, he would get Mike to 1 point of life.
Yeah. So he could. So it looks like he's going to play it safe, and I would say probably Thermal Alchemist. Spell Fist is a good card, but Thermal Alchemist, it's an amazing card. I love Thermal Alchemist.
Probably does more damage over time.
Exactly.
It's definitely one of the better creatures to enter Pauper in recent memory.
Yeah. Yeah, Swiftwater Cliffs was not a great draw there. Kill and Feed math is easy. Not when you have to, like, add mutagenic growth and then add, like,
I forgot
Timber Battle Rages, all that good stuff.
I don't know how to math. It's y equals 4x plus 1.
Isn't it 3x plus 1?
Yeah, I think it's
because each one gets plus 3 plus 0. But then once you actually start getting Timber Battle Rage, mutagenic growth, I don't know.
Well, no, it's y equals 4x plus 3x plus 1 question mark 2.
Plus modifiers. There you go.
There you go.
Plus modifiers. That's like y equals 3x plus 1 plus z. That's too many letters. Math should not have letters in it. Math should only have numbers.
Hated algebra.
Yes, which is not a real actual math thing.
It is, actually.
It is not. It is created by the man to force us to learn to read.
What the hell are you talking about? It's created by the man.
Alright, so it looks like he's going to play it safe and Hydroblast the Killing Fiend, which is a good play.
Wait, Gabo, aren't you a math major?
I don't know. I know the math professor, Ken Sickie is the math professor at a college. Ooh, doesn't look like he draws things. I'm going to lose my job of doing all the math here. Yeah, and he found the land drop. Okay. So if he didn't have the land drop, Mikey Ruru might have been a little bit difficult here. But getting that land drop is pretty good here.
Has Kung Fu drawn any spells?
I
don't think
so.
I'm fairly certain he's only drawn lands.
No, he drew a Spell Fist? Or no. I don't know. I think he drew something. Yeah. I'm surprised that he didn't go with Ninja of the Deep Hours, but I respect keeping up Spell Stutter Sprite and Counterspell.
I mean, Spell Scud is a card.
Close enough. So if Kung Fu Trees finds a, Electrickery, then this is going to go completely different.
Mikey didn't win yet.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
He should counter this preordained, but okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he has a lightning bolt, but that doesn't really do anything here. He's going to be able to get him for 2 unblockable, possibly 3 if he decides to lightning bolt, which I don't think he will. Yep, swinging for 2. If Mikey Ruru draws a land, he's able to Ninja of the Deep Hours and hold up Spell Stutters, right? Which I absolutely hate people doing. So annoying. Hey, I'm just going to bounce my Spell Stutter Sprite and then do the exact same, counter the exact same thing that I countered last time. Your typing is really loud.
Yeah, it always is.
Alright, so it doesn't look like he's going to Ninja in here. He's playing it safe. Keep you up counter spells, keep you on Spell Stutter Sprite. And Kung Fu Tree draws... Is that another land? Or did he not? I thought he had 2 cards in hand to begin with. Oh, he did draw another land. Gross. And plays another land. No, actually, no. Yeah. I think that the hand cam is a little bit lagging behind there.
Well, that might be Magic Online, not Zane.
Yeah.
It might be Magic Online's connection to the hand cam.
Yeah, something's messing up.
So, Mike's in a weird spot right now because he actually needs red mana, but he also kind of wants to cast the Augur of Bolas. Well, not really, I guess, because he wants to leave up counter magic. He's already far enough ahead.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he doesn't need the red mana with Counterspell, with Spell Stutter Sprite right now. Kung Fu Trees is really only doing... Oh, a Lightning Bolt, nice. Kung Fu Trees is really only doing, 2 a turn because of his Spell Fist and his Thermal Alchemist.
Right. Do you just bolt right now and deal an extra 3 points of damage?
It's definitely possible. But then he would just get Spell Stuttered out.
Yeah, but you're putting him to 9. Well, I guess, are you racing at all?
What's up?
Can he race at all? Because, he puts him...
He can.
He puts him
can if he has his Lightning Bolts.
I'm pretty sure you just throw out the Lightning Bolt.
Nope. Lightning Bolts, I think, are too valuable right now. Being able to kill off a ninja, being able to kill off, other spell stutters, and him keeping up 3 mana and not doing anything for the longest time, it's kind of just showing, hey, I have a counterspell or another spell stutter. Ooh. Mikey Ruru getting another Lightning Bolt with no red mana. I think that this turn I would Ninja. I think I would held back a bit too much. Or not a bit too much, but I would get a bit greedy and Ninja in this turn. Then again, it looks like this is why Mikey Ruru's better than me if he doesn't. Yep, there you go. He didn't Ninja in. I was saying I would probably have Ninja'd in right now. He needs red mana now.
I don't think there's a point in ninjaing.
Yeah.
Well, that might already counterspell.
Killing Fiend, yeah, definitely gonna get spell.
Actually, he can cast this first, and then if Mike counters it, 2 bolts dead.
Is he dead from that?
Yeah, that's the game.
So
2
6,
bolts.
7.
He's dead.
So
looks like we're going to be here for another hour, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're in for it.
Wow, unless he has Hydro Blast. But
which he does not.
He does not, yeah. So that means that we are going on to match 3. Kung Fu Trees played that expertly. He's going to swing in. Okay. So he's getting in for 1, 2, 3.
He's going to put him to 1, and then the unblockability just kills him. So
wow.
We're going to be here a while.
Well, it looks like we're going to see Boros Monarch versus Denorvatron. Yay. Just what I wanted to see.
I'll be very honest. I did not see Kung Fu winning that game, but
yeah,
all right.
He got there. Let's go ahead and take a look at Mikey Ruru's deck here.
So looking at Mike's deck, he really has no anti-Tron cards. I guess Pyroblast is an anti-Tronish card as well as Gorilla Shaman can be.
Yeah.
If you somehow get that far into the game.
Yeah, and what's interesting in this list is it's not a token list, but it still runs 1 Rally the Peasants.
I love the Sen's Enlistment.
What's that?
I love Sen's Enlistment so much. It's so
Why
good.
is that?
Because it just... I love any card in Magic that turns your dead land draws into mana sinks. That's all. And I think it's such an unexplored card in Pauper because white mid-range is not usually very popular because white does not have the late game stuff to be a control deck.
Yeah.
And because it costs 4 mana. But in this deck, it's perfect because it's basically Battle Screech over and over again.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
Not to mention, I have definitely played some games. In fact, I think I even have one recorded with 420's Monarch list when he first 5-0'd a league with it, where I think I was playing against, I think like Blue Black Angler Delver or something, and I literally got down to 0 cards in my deck and won the game.
Nice.
Yeah,
that happens. That's always fun.
Like the strength of this deck is just you draw so many cards. You know, we said this a lot in Season 1. You can outdraw any blue deck in the format except maybe Mikey's teachings deck, I guess.
Yeah, and even then, it's kind of, I would say it'd probably be a bit equal. The fact that you just keep bouncing your prisms, bouncing your alchemist vials, all that stuff, it's pretty good. And actually lost. It's interesting that Alchemist Vial is in here since we're playing the non-Kadaltho Rebirth one. You don't care about Ichor Wellsprings hitting the graveyard, so Alchemist Vial has actually lost me the game once because I was not able to block their creatures there.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it happens, though.
I was never a big fan of it. You know, something that I've wanted to try, but I haven't done, is add Perilous Research to this deck. You already draw so many cards anyway.
Well, that's what was it? Jeskai could author used to be. Yeah. This deck used to be, before it just went white black or white red, Jeskai, which was a pretty good deck in itself as well.
That's true.
All right, so it looks like the match is almost up and running now, so we'll be able to stay here for about 20 hours while waiting for a Teachings Tron to finish up. Always fun.
And you call me the salty person.
Well, yeah, I will be right back, though. I'll be back shortly, okay?
Okay. So, chat, who do you think has the leg up in this matchup? Mr. Ruru or Mr. Trees? I personally think it's probably going to be Mr. Kung Fu Trees from past experience. But, I don't know. Mike is a very good Kuldotha Boros player, so I could see him winning. Any good blue-white shells in Pauper? Jason Moore tried making some blue-white decks. He wrote some articles on it over at Pure TGO. I know there's Acid Trip, and there are some people on Pauper Reddit right now trying to make Callblade good again in Pauper, but it's probably not gonna be very good. So we got 2 votes for Kung Fu, fair enough. 1 yesterday's challenge. Oh yeah, there's the blue-white inside-out combo deck or Tireless Tribe. So both players have pretty good starting hands, although I think that this one might favor Kung Fu because Mike's hand's really slow. I mean, he can go turn 2 for Prophetic Prism. The Journey's pretty dead for a while, and then he can go Glint Hawk, but Kung Fu's already going to be able to set up with a Forbidden Alchemy, an Impulse, Prism on his own. Glint Hawk number 2 is not terrible. So this shouldn't be that bad. See what he draws off the Prism. I just want to play Callblade. I played Stoneblade in Legacy. I mean, I played Callblade back when it was in Standard, and I loved it a lot. But I'm also a psychopath, so... Oh, and there's another Tron piece. Jeez. Alright. Well, that was a Battle Screech. But unfortunately, all he gets to do is bounce the Prophetic Prism and pass. The Galvanic Blast he can leave up, but that's not doing all that much. Makes me wonder if Explorer would be good in these Tron decks. Ooh, another Prism. That's pretty good, too. I think he's rather Forbidden Alchemy or Impulse. I think he's probably going to Impulse, since there are a few too many cards he probably needs right now. And you don't really want to bin too many with Forbidden Alchemy. I suppose you could Forbidden Alchemy and bin the final Tron piece to get it back with Pulse and Rasa. That is definitely a play that I can see Michael making. I would not be surprised if he did it. So we'll see if he does. That does look exactly like what he's going to do. I'm sorry, not Mike, Kung Fu. Mike is actually the one with the...
I am back, by the way. So you can stop talking to yourself. You're welcome.
Did I just see Mike say that it's very lucky of what Kung Fu's doing right now? Are you kidding me?
No, he said never lucky.
Oh, never lucky. Okay, I think it's very lucky.
Yeah, never not lucky. He didn't get his land drop, I believe.
Boo-hoo. So there is Tron for Kung Fu. And Kung Fu is also going to get to play Prism this turn, which is very good. Food for thought for people who play Pauper in here, or for any Tron, for any format that plays Tron, really. Always get the Urza's Tower last. The reason why. If you use both of the mine and the power plant to crack the map and get the Tron and get the Urza's Tower, you get the most mana out of the Tron pieces. Yeah. However, if you play a Tron piece, if you play an Urza's Tower early and do it the other way, then you're getting one less mana for no reason. Shane, being an avid Tron player, can also attest to this, I'm sure.
Well, I would have testified to that if it wasn't you saying it. Now that you said it, I obviously have to disagree with you.
Well, I mean, if you want to be a bad player, that's not my problem, but...
But yeah, this is looking like
this is
going to take this easily for game one.
This looks like it's going to be Kung Fu Trees' game. It's going to take a while for it to be his game, but it looks like it's his game.
Yeah, and he has 2 mnemonic walls, so...
2 Urza's Mines and a tower, and I don't know what the other card is.
Impulse. I could see him taking another tower, but I probably might have taken Impulse instead, just to see what you can get here.
I don't think you need it. I mean, you can freely just play Mnemonic Wall and get back Ghostly Flicker.
Yeah.
There isn't 3 artifacts out. There's not Metalcraft right now, so Ghostly Flicker pretty much is just draw cards.
It kind of locked out the game.
Almost. I mean, there's no art. Well, there's the 3rd artifact, but there's no untapped land.
Yeah. If you draw the land off of this, then Mikey Ruru can definitely keep this going. If not, then it's almost guaranteed that
that's interesting. Why would you Ghostly Flicker now in response?
Why not?
Well, because if he draws an untapped land, he gets the Galvanic Blast and a Mnemonic Wall for free now.
You have a Mnemonic Wall and Impulsum Wrath in hand. I don't really think that getting rid of the wall
I guess I just don't see the point in, like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why he would do it in response, but I don't really see anything against it, really.
Mike misses again. Although, here's the big thing, though, Shane. Yeah, if he was going to play the second Mnemonic Wall, he was going to have the good old Ghostly Flicker double Mnemonic Wall thing, which means you get infinite fogs, infinite life, anything you really want.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Pretty gross.
Kung Fu's deck, please. So Kung Fu's going to take a quick match 1 to Mike getting incredibly mana screwed.
Yes, definitely. But I mean, that's what happens when you keep a 2-land hand. Sometimes you just don't draw the lands.
So Shane, what do you think he's going to bring in here? I don't know what Circle Protection that is.
I don't even know. Probably blue. How many blue Circle Protection arts are there?
I really don't know. I know there's like 1,000. It's blue. I know there's like 1,001 for red. It's always okay.
Yeah. So Zane said if you're asking the art, it's always blue because it's so many. That makes sense. Again, at least it's not the creepy mouse one. So I could see bringing in. I don't know. Like we're not playing the what's it called? We're not playing the token version, so moment pieces, while good, probably aren't the best. Hydroblasts are probably coming in. I could see Wretch Grifts coming in to block creatures and to to draw cards. But I don't know. What do you think, Arctic?
I have to imagine that a 3rd Moments piece is going to come in here. I don't think you need a 4th. And I think Wretched Grifts are actually going to be really good.
Oh, yeah. He has a lot of flyers.
I don't see crop rotation being needed. I don't think you need Tron that early. And I certainly don't think that Circle Protection Blue is coming in this matchup. In fact, consistently, Circle Protection Blue has been the worst sideboard card that we've seen throughout CPC history.
I don't know. A lot of decks cannot beat like Mono Blue Delver or something. Tron decks are known to be very bad against them, so you might as well have one in there.
No, I mean we always see it in the sideboards, then we never see it in the matchups. Like they're almost never sideboarded in.
Yeah. Also, I feel like it's blasphemy when you say you don't really care about having Tron early. What is the point of playing Tron if you don't have 7 mana on turn 3?
Plead the 5th on that one.
What the heck did you just say? That was terrifying.
I plead the 5th on that one.
All right, so it looks like the match is.
I reserve my right to not self-incriminate myself.
All right, so let's go ahead and switch back over to the matches here.
Kung Fu's hand is insane.
Oh,
he has literally it all. And Mike's hand is also insane. He also literally has it all. So this is going to be a good match. Now, the big thing here, Mike has the Monarch. So if he gets to land that on turn 4, it's going to be very difficult for Kung Fu to win.
Yeah. Ooh, and also a Pulse Harasser. Hey, thanks for the follow, Chris. We appreciate it.
Chris Beaver.
You just laughed at Beaver?
Yes, I did. So there are the Pyroblasts that we knew Mike would bring in.
Definitely. This is just a great hand for Kung Fu trees.
Not the best.
Yeah. And I mean,
and Sen's
Mikey Ruru's isn't bad though either.
No, Mike's hand is pretty insane. He's okay. So I like that he played the Prism first to see if he got a Forgotten Cave or a Secluded Step. And there's Tron piece number 1. Another good thing is, if you only have one Tron piece out, do not crack the map to find a second Tron piece, because then you can end up drawing one of the 2 you already have.
Depending on what version of Tron you're playing.
Yeah.
I crack it pretty often.
Well, Galactic Glove, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
We appreciate you and your gloves.
Shane doesn't appreciate anybody, don't believe him.
That's true.
There's the 4th land. Here comes the Monarch card.
Yeah, this Monarch is going to be pretty important here.
He could play Battle Screech. No, he's just going to want to draw cards. So now, here's the problem is, if Mike left all the burn spells in, he has a combination of 12 plus 16 plus 2. What is that, 30 damage worth of burn itself?
That's a lot of burn.
Yeah, that's a lot of burn. And now, we could see Mike draw his whole deck at the end of this game.
And also Kung Fu Tree through the 3rd Tron piece.
This is game 2. Mike's down a game. Kung Fu's up a game.
Yes. All right. So he
just naturally drew.
That's what you do with Tron. You just naturally draw it.
That's a you play.
I draw it all the time, and it's amazing. I love it.
It's true. So what is Kung Fu looking to get out of it? I mean, I guess he could Dinrova. See, this is what I hate about these decks not playing Capsize anymore.
What's that?
Like, it's so much harder to combo off with Dinrova.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
than Capsize.
You're not really trying to combo off. Yeah, you have the combo in there. You're just trying to control the board enough to just murder everything.
Now, the other bad thing is here, let's say Kung Fu gets to swing in with a Muldrifter successfully. Mm-hmm. There's another Monarch card in Mike's hand to get back the Monarch later.
Yeah. So
Mike
this is really
pretty well set up right now.
Ooh, and it looks like he's going to have the... I think I would pick Horror right now. Bouncing something and actually getting... And he does. Getting a creature on the board to hopefully get... I don't know. I didn't really see. I was more focused on the Dinrova Horror.
Fair enough. Why is your name Galactic Glove? I mean, I understand that it's probably like... What was that?
Because, shut up, that's why. He has the right to have any kind of name without being an actual glove or having an actual glove.
I was going to ask if the name was after Thanos, but okay. I'll just shut up.
That's the Affinity Gauntlet.
Gauntlet Glove saying goddamn.
That is not the same thing. How dare you? How dare you?
I just committed Marvel blasphemy, and I'm a huge Marvel fan.
Blasphemy, just anything. A gauntlet is not a glove.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
Do you own both of them?
I do.
Show me your gauntlet.
That sounded creepy, and I feel like I'm not safe anymore. I need an adult.
You're the one that's trying to get Jen to your house. And he reluctantly agreed for whatever reason he feels he needs to meet Zach for.
What are you talking about? He's the one who said they were asked if he could. All right, so it looks like he's going to Pyro.
Oh, Jen. Oh, Jen, what did you do to yourself?
All right, so I think it's a little bit risky to play out the
because of Ghostly Flicker. Well, he does have Galvanic Blast.
And then
he's praying that he Galvanic Blasts the Dinrobahar right now. So that.
No, we didn't mess it. It was pretty brutal.
Jen says, "I'm an adult."
All right, so he's gonna go get in with the
How dare you commit Marvel blasphemy? I'm so sorry.
Right? I can't believe you.
Make Captain America not punch me in the face tonight. I can still sleep in my car. Wow.
So I think that this game is looking very highly in favor of Kung Fu Trees.
For sure.
He can Mnemonic Wall to get back the Ghostly Flicker. And then, well, actually, if he does that...
You should just play Moldrifter first.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't look like it. Outside of Shane's house, that's true. So technically Shane could just come out with like a Slim Jim or like a lockpick or something and get into your car anyway.
You make me out to be such a creepy person when it's your ideas that cause me to do that. All right, so it does look like he's going to...
You just admitted that you'd be the one doing it.
So he's going to try the Mnemonic Wall, which isn't going to be that effective because he does have Pulse and Rasa.
Here's another big thing is, there's 7 points of burn in Mike's hand right now. And although there's a Pulse of Marasa, this is true. Still, that's 7 points of burn that Mike has to play around.
7 points is pretty big, pretty good. All right, ooh, Dispel.
Why do you want me to die?
People don't die just from Hulk punches.
Are you kidding me? Have you ever been punched by the Hulk?
Yes, I have, many times.
I don't believe you for multiple reasons.
Then why ask? If you know,
this is match 3, but Kung Fu's up a game.
Yes. So this is match 3. They're currently tied 1-1. In this match, though, Kung Fu is up. So whoever wins this match wins the whole thing.
This is pretty interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he'll go to 7. But the problem is, if he pulses a Marasas in response, 2 Galvanic Blasts actually kills him.
He doesn't have 3 red sources. He only has 2.
But he does have 2.
Okay.
Oh, well, he could get 3 red sources. No, I'm sorry. He could get 3 red sources if he top decks a Great Furnace or a Mountain.
Oh, he's going for it now. This is actually a really good play because he only has 1 red source as of right now, so he can't murder him down there.
I think the Dinrobahar is probably going to... Yeah, he punted. Mike knows what he did wrong.
Yeah.
Well, what I think Mike probably should have done was Galvanic Blast and Lightning Bolt first. Even though it wouldn't really have worked out. But
yeah, no. Because he has so little red sources, he wouldn't have been able to win right now unless he did everything in response to
the problem is he attacked with both dudes. So now he's going to lose the Monarch for right now.
Yeah, which is very unfortunate, especially with Moment's Peace in hand.
Yeah. Well, Mike gets to get it back anyway because he has another copy of... what is the name of that card?
Palace Sentinels.
Palace Sentinels, there you go.
Yep. The white Monarch is Palace Sentinels. The black Monarch is Thorn of the Black Rose.
The black Monarch is, hi, I'm really good. Should have just tapped both white sources. Yeah, I don't know why the Boris Garrison's tapped, but what do I know?
Yeah. I mean, that would have won it for him. If he would have tapped the white sources, he would have had 2 red up, which means Galvanic Blasted.
I don't know if he would have won, because I don't think Kung Fu would have not untapped, but he'd be in a much better position right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that Kung Fu Trees would have waited or went for the bait there. He's a great
No.
player, and he probably would have seen him being such low life
I think
to
Shane
be
would
scared
have.
of that. What's that?
I think you would have.
Oh, probably. That probably would have happened, yes. Thank you for believing in me, Arctic.
I always believe in you, brother.
It means so much to me.
I love you, Shane.
That's weird. I can kind of stand you. So.
Yeah, well, most people can only stand me.
All right, so it looks like this is. I mean, it's the game still
I
isn't
can't
over.
watch this as a Boros player. I'll never play it again. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That is just
Ooh.
hateful. Oh, so
Right.
he's just going to kill both creatures. I perfectly respect that.
Yeah, I mean that makes it so that way he doesn't.
That's also
get
really
the-
good for. That's even better for Kung Fu now, though, because now Kung Fu gets to go Mnemonic Wall, get back Ghostly Flicker if he wants, and he gets to hold up Moment's Peace.
I mean, or he can mnemonic wall to get back Holtamrasa to get back the Denorvahor, or another mnemonic wall.
You don't just get back Ghostly Flicker and start drawing cards?
Yeah. I mean, you want to gain a little bit more life, probably. So I could see Holtamrasa to get back another wall, to get back to Holtamrasa wall, to get back the other wall.
Grave?
Yep.
Is there another wall? Oh, I didn't know that. I apologize.
Yeah. So
Oh, he gets back Mole Drifter.
pretty good. Oh, interesting. I mean, I guess he does have. Oh, he doesn't actually.
And
Okay, now he does. I was like, he doesn't have Moment's Peace, but no, apparently he does.
Well, he's at 19. I don't think he was going to die to Moment's Peace, but and just more cards to be drawn.
Yeah. So this is looking very, very favorable for Kung Fu Trees. I can definitely see Mikey Ruru coming back somehow, but he has to have some pretty good draws, and I don't think Glintalk is what he needs here.
Wait, what? Why am I being wait, what? Why am I being mentioned in the chat? Also, thank you for also pointing out that there's a C in my name. Thank you, Zane, for trying to screw that up. Good friend.
Of course there's a C in your name. It's the last letter.
I opened myself up to that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm surprised you did that.
Yeah, I did. I did. That was a good one. I opened myself up to that one. Oh, that's a good one.
He has no outs. Yeah, I mean...
How does Mike have no outs? Like, Mike's not even far behind.
He's far behind because what we know of. I could see him coming back, possibly, depending on his draws, but...
Well, no, I mean, even if... I guess the Moment's Piece is kind of screw stuff up, so...
Yeah.
Mike's going to have a hard time beating the Fogs, that is very true.
He's already wasted a Lightning Bolt and a Galvanic Blast, I think.
Galactic Glove, who did you think was talking just now? Out of curiosity.
Oh, he's new here, so he doesn't know who we actually are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Arctic Ghost is a gentleman who is not me. Sadly enough, he's very depressed about that, and people think that it's a bad idea not to be me. And I am Negashine, so very nice to meet you.
Didn't you blame me for something? I don't know who Arctic is, so it wasn't me.
Are you okay, Arctic? Do you not know your name anymore?
My name is Arctic. My name is Arctic.
Do you have amnesia?
My name is Arctic. It's Arctic. Thank you very much. And yeah, I get blamed for everything when Shane's not around, so you have to be more specific.
Wow.
You have to be more specific on what you blame me for. Oh, hey, look, Shane's your favorite card.
Gross. Yeah, so this is 100% Kung Fu Tree.
I think, yeah, Kung Fu's probably way ahead at this point.
Which is awesome. I would absolutely love to... Oh, that is actually interesting. How many cards are in each person's deck? 32 and 37? It's not that bad. I mean...
Well, see, this is my point. It's like, isn't Kung Fu more likely to deck out?
But he's also likely to Rolling Thunder and murder everything. So
yeah, it's true. I forgot he plays Rolling Thunder in his deck. I really did. I forgot about that. He does. Well, I would think he kept it in.
Yeah. So, and it's actually kind of funny because Mikey Ruru was actually complaining about Monarch or Burrow's Monarch for the longest time, saying that he doesn't like having the Monarch in it and he likes the tokens better.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think the tokens would have done any better here either.
I don't know. They could be a lot more aggressive.
Well, that Moments piece was in the hand for quite a while.
Yeah. Moments piece has been in there for a while.
And then Mike would never have drawn into all of those burn spells as quickly, while Kung Fu would have had Dinrova plus the combo much earlier then.
Yep.
I don't know.
Make valid points.
It's quite interesting.
I
wish I knew what you blame me for, Galactic. I would gladly say sorry.
You don't even know what it was. He blamed you for like starting World War II or something.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for that.
He could have blamed me for like he could have blamed me for starting World War I, and I would never have known.
I like how you tried to one-up me when I said World War II, so you decide I'm going to say World War I.
Yeah. I gotta do the less exciting war.
All right, so it looks like he's going to start on the Ghostly Flicker plan to bounce his prism, flicker his prism and his wall.
I was blamed for the ET game of 1985. There we go.
There you go. I think actually there is a possibility Mikey Ruru could win this by Kung Fu Tree decking himself out.
Shane, don't make anyone else in the chat angry at you.
It's possible. I mean, that's what happens with Denorvatron. Like, obviously we can't time themselves out because we're running on 60 minutes.
Oh, you and Jen definitely could have timed out. You and Jen definitely could have timed out that.
I would not have. Jen would have. I still had like 40 minutes.
Well,
on the
but Jen had
like
an excuse.
15.
Jen had an excuse at the time he was on a potato.
Yeah, but why would I? I wouldn't have timed out. I still have a lot of time on the thing. Yes, we are in 60 minutes. He drew another Teachings. No, wait, he had that in hand. It looks like he has another card. Can we see the other card at all, Zane? I think he might have another card in hand.
He does, yeah.
Looks like he's going to Ghostly Flicker. Oh, we knew that. We knew that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, well, I would assume he's getting, Pulsum Rasa.
How much mana does Kung Fu Trees have right now? He has 1, 2, 6, 12. No, wait, that's a lot more.
You just count that.
9.
Counting.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Yep.
So a Rolling Thunder wins the game right now.
No, Rolling Thunder gets him down to 18. Or no, 19.
No, I'm assuming if Kung Fu draws any more Tron pieces, Rolling Thunder would already win.
Oh yeah, but I mean he has Ghostly Flicker, Denorva Horror, and Mnemonic.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's actually going to win the whole game.
I'd be surprised if it didn't. I mean, I would obviously. Well, he is tapped out.
I mean, if I was him, I would probably. No, I guess you don't want to do that. I guess you don't want to do that. See, the problem right now is Kung Fu doesn't there's a Galvanic Blast in Mike's hand, and Kung Fu doesn't have enough to protect. He doesn't have to Moments Piece this turn, I guess, is something. So it doesn't really make a difference.
I mean, I just went in Ghostly Flicker this time yet, and he does have Crop Rotation, so he's able to get another blue source if he needs, but he doesn't have. What's it called? He doesn't have another counter spell.
I hope Jen doesn't leave. Jen entertains me.
That sounds. Everything that you say sounds so creepy. He entertains me. Get back here, peasant. Entertain me.
Okay, you're the one that took that as far as you could possibly go with that. I did not call him a peasant, nor did I say that he entertains me in a creepy way. For the Jennifer thing.
Ouch.
Jen, do not. I really wish Jen did not say that out loud just now.
You didn't say it. Oh my god. You typed that.
I really wish you didn't actually type that in chat right now. Oh god, I can hear Zane typing. Oh god, I can hear Zane typing. Oh god. The floodgates just opened. Oh, the floodgates just open.
All right, so let's see what we got there.
Your parents gave you that name.
Hey, well, this game is continuing to drag on. I'm pretty sure Kung Fu Trees is going to take it, but there's a possibility that he decks
People
himself.
were already saying, all right. I'm pretty sure Kung Fu has this game so long as, like...
Okay, so what does he have to do? He now crop rotations to get a... Oh, no, he lets it die.
Well, there's nothing to crop rotate for.
He could have crop rotation because he had a...
Well, no, but
he would have been able to.
He doesn't play Secluded... not Secluded Step, Sajiri Step.
Ah, yeah. That makes sense. Alright. So it looks like he got a Mole Drifter. And I do like the Haunted Fengraph as well. Haunted Fengraph is
your mail didn't get there. Yo, don't start with me on the mail, dude. Do not start with me on mail. I don't want to be started on with mail in my life right now.
Were you like abused by like mail when you were a kid? You sound very upset at mail.
I don't want to talk about the mail, the United States Postal Service right now. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. That's weird, but all right. So
there better be a Rolling Thunder in Kung Fu's deck, or he should have just scooped like 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, if he gets Rolling Thunder, he wins. But
he has to win.
How many cards? He's down to 15 cards right now?
I have to assume it's in his deck. Like, what else would he be drawing to?
I know. That's really all I can see.
My mail gets to me at 4 o'clock also, dude. What do you want me to do about it?
I haven't checked my mail since I moved into my new place a month ago.
That's just not possible.
No, it is. I haven't checked it. It's out in the front.
How have you paid any of your bills?
Online? Who pays bills through the mail?
My mother.
Your mother's weird.
I know.
You should not be friends with her.
What? What?
Alright, so Mikey Ruru...
Wait a minute. I want you to... I want to hear further discussion on that. What the hell? What, really, Zane? You're going to start on me about it now, too? And you spelled my name wrong, you son of a biscuit.
Alright, so this game is easily, if he gets a Rolling Thunder, how much mana does he have? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So yeah, he wins if he gets a Rolling Thunder.
I mean, he won like years ago with the Rolling Thunder.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is there a Moment's Peace in his graveyard?
Yes, he just cast it.
Okay.
So it is now in its graveyard.
So Shane, have you tried the new Marvel vs. Capcom game?
I haven't. I'm not huge on fighting games. I like playing them, but I suck at them, and I refuse to button mash, which means that I suck even worse.
I don't like the new one. I don't like that they went back to the 2-character thing.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's a third mnemonic wall in this deck. I totally forgot about that.
Oh no, there's pieces in this deck that are totally...
All right, so Kung Fu just won the game because bye-bye to pretty much all the lands, right?
Yeah.
There's only 6 lands in play, so bye-bye to all of them right now.
Well, he's going to pull some Rasa back to get back another wall. Because why not?
Oh,
the more walls, the better.
Good God. Well, actually... Technically, this is better because now if the Jinroba dies, he gets to, just do the flicker wall-and-wall thing.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about Capcom right now? I don't play anything except Magic. All I do is live and breathe Magic. Nothing else exists. You have a sad life, Zane.
I think that you're...
Please do not spoil Rick and Morty. I have not seen it yet.
I don't think that you're actually breathing magic. I think that's cocaine. Please stop breathing that if you think it's magic.
Can we not advertise cocaine on the stream, please? God dang it.
Alright, so it looks like he's got it. He's just double flickering the wall to get back literally everything, including Moment Space. The only way he's going to lose is by decking himself. And since he has a Rolling Thunder, that's not going to happen.
So I think it's pretty safe to say that we're gonna crown a new champion for season 2, as it does not look like Mike is going to make it past third place.
What are you talking about? I won season 1. I'm winning season 2.
I'm sorry. I have to correct myself. It looks like we're going to have a new co-winner for the
Yes, there you go.
the season 2 series.
I'm fine with that.
Because Mr. Shane over here is.
I won last time. I won this time too. I just have to make sure I have to find a way for Malachi to get disqualified.
You know what, Galactic? I blame you. I don't know for what, but I'll think of something at some point.
All right, so I mean, Shane won fair and square, exactly. So Mikey Ruru's putting up a good fight. He's given it his all, but it's not going to be enough.
It's not going to be good enough at this point.
Yeah.
By the way, this matchup would probably have been over for Kung Fu time-wise by now.
Yeah.
I have to imagine that.
No, he's at 43 right now. Yeah.
Are you serious? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
This is game 2.
Oh, yeah, right. This is game 2. That's true. This is game 2. So Kung Fu has 13 cards left in his deck, and we have not seen Rolling Thunder. 12? My bad.
Yeah.
He took the Rolling Thunder out.
I don't know what he would be digging for, so...
The other mnemonic wall, he stopped digging after he got it, so...
Okay, yeah, it's just gonna start
hey,
flickering and saying...
How you doing, dude?
What up? Alright.
Hey,
so,
Dragon, Jane was talking mad crap about you before.
Well, this is unfortunate. It's just, well, not unfortunate, because this means that the game's hopefully going to end soon. So it looks like Kung Fu Trees. It's going to be Kung Fu Trees versus Math Guy, which would be fantastic. I look forward to that match. Two of the great players. Mikey Ruru is a great player as well, though.
First of all, Galactic, I can blame you for not speaking English correctly. You can't blame for anything. It should be you can't blame me for anything.
I can blame you for everything. It doesn't mean I'm right, but I can blame you for everything.
It doesn't mean I'm right.
All right, so he's just continuing on his bounce plan here. You know what I would probably do? I might just straight bounce the token just so he has to start discarding everything.
No, I think you just bounce the lands first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you gotta suspect at this point that Mike does not have any burn in his hand anymore, and even then you have the dispel to counter it.
Yeah, if Kung Fu Trees did not have Moments Piece in his hand, Mikey Ruru could possibly have a chance with Rally the Peasants if he didn't have to discard all of his lands. That is.
I hate you, Zane. God damn it, Shane. You're such a douchebag.
Yeah, well.
I was a guest on Zane's stream a few times, that's true.
Alright, so. Yeah, this is just.
This is Mike going through the
every
motions.
single one.
Yeah, this is just Mike going through the motions, making Kung Fu play it out, seeing if he misclicks or messes up.
Yeah. I don't really know what he could do for to misplay right now, though.
You know what's funny? I wonder... forget it. Never mind. I'm not going to say that out loud.
This is... Yeah, I mean, how much mana does he have? He has how much damage? 2, 4, 6. So he has 11 damage
he has,
in the air? But that doesn't really matter because of Moments Piece, which he knows it is in his hand.
Arctic, don't talk to Shane like that.
Yeah, chat's got my back. How dare you speak to me in whatever way you spoke to me that I can't remember.
My bad.
Wow, this is just going to keep happening. I feel like if I was Mikey Ruru, I would have scooped by now, but yeah, you want to see if he taps out enough to not keep up Moments Piece, I guess. So what is Math Guy playing next week? Red deck wins no-go and blue-red Delver. Everybody is playing blue-red Delver except for me.
Yeah,
Maybe
'cause
that's
you're
why I
not a
went
good
wrong.
player.
Maybe that's why I went wrong.
I'm on Arctic's side. Thanks, Goblin Guy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's probably where I went wrong. I mean, I'm going to win either way, but...
It's all my fault. Shane sounds upset.
How dare you? Tears and such.
You guys are going to cause me to drink.
Why N?
Why
the hell does N do?
What's N? What does P mean?
Yes, I won because I have all original decks. Everyone else is playing the same
you know why you didn't show up with Blue-Red Delver, Shane? Because you have cojones.
Because I mean, I've 5-0'd with Blue Red Delver before. So.
Well, now you hear it. Anyone can win with Blue-Red Delver.
Exactly. Which is why I decided not to play it. I wanted to win fair and square by.
That's a good quote right now. Nothing is happening, and not for good reasons. That was actually a perfect one, yeah. That was a great quote.
Oh, there you go. Well, Matt's game. He did not sideboard out.
There we go. He has the wrong Rolling Thunder, but it's Rolling Thunder nonetheless.
And that's a cool artwork. I like it.
I don't like the artwork on that one, I like nostalgic stuff. He can attack. Oh yeah, I guess he can. Well, he can kill all the dudes and then return it next turn and win the game.
He has no. Yeah, he has 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 mana. He can do it for 24. Kill off 2 birds if he wants.
All right, so that means that Kung Fu is going to make it to the finals. Michael Ruru would not have a chance at repeating the crown. And we are guaranteed a new champion for CPC, which will happen next week at 8 p.m. on Monday, Eastern Standard Time. I hope you guys are here to join it with us. Z, what the hell are you doing?
Hold on. His Rolling Thunder is an uncommon as well. So he's double disqualified. Double disqualified. What the heck, Kung Fu Trees?
Okay. So that's going to conclude it for tonight. I want to thank you all for watching. I think it's late enough. I'm going to let everybody go to sleep. Just real quick, remember to check us all out wherever we write and do Twitch. As always, check out PRMTGO.com as I write articles there. You can always check out my Twitch. You can check out Shane's Twitch, Zane's Twitch, Jen Stakov, Michael Ruru's YouTube stuff, Kung Fu's YouTube stuff, 420's YouTube stuff. Do check out Deluxikov as well. I believe he does a Friday Pauper show every Friday on twitch.tv/ Can you guys stop, please? What is the name of Deluxikov's thing? I forgot. I apologize.
Propaganda.
Propaganda. There you go. That is also on YouTube. And also, if you guys would like to compete in a free Pauper tournament, you guys can head on over to Can you guys please stop? Okay. All right. You guys can head on over to gatherling.com. Jen, if you can do the... I can do it. It's not a big deal. So yeah, if you want to compete in a free Pauper tournament for actual prizes, head on over to gatherling.com to compete in Pauper Classic Tuesdays, happening tomorrow and every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also check out a great format called Classic Heirloom. What Classic Heirloom is, it's a legacy-based format, but every card rarity has a threshold. You can play, everything starts at 1 cent, and you can play commons, I believe, up to 10 or 15 cents. I'm not exactly sure. You can play uncommons up to 25 cents. Rares are up to 50 cents, and mythics are up to $1.50. That happens every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check out those two tournaments. I am the host for Pauper Classic Tuesdays, and I also compete in Classic Heirloom. For Classic Heirloom, if you would like to know more information, you can ask me. You can join the Heirloom Discord, or you can talk to TLR. Just those 3 letters. TLR is his name. He'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. You can also find out the MTG Salvation page for Heirloom, and you can find the Reddit page for Pauper Classic Tuesdays. So, with that said, who are we hosting?
Thank you guys all so much for being here while we figure that out. We do appreciate it. We are going to be going next week on Monday for the finals. It's going to be Math Guy versus Kung Fu Trees. Two great Pauper players. I'm really excited to watch it. Definitely check everybody else out. We have Twitch channels in the follow command that I did. We have YouTube channels, all that good stuff there. So, yeah, thank you guys all so much for being here. Do we know who we're going to host yet? Or if we're going to host them? Well, before we do that, I'm going to spam a couple things really quick.
Yeah, sure.
All right, we're good. We're good.
Can you type his name in the chat so I don't spell it wrong? I don't even see him streaming right now.
Thank you guys all so much for being here. We do appreciate it. Hope you guys all have a fantastic night. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Oh, there he is. I got it. Hold on. All right, guys. We're going to head on over to Emeng. Great dude. Fairly new streamer, I think. And I hope you guys have fun. Later.
Bye.
Oh, my Christ.